Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that big. So, all right. Fun stuff. A game hole was running the Airfear, which is a part of what Matt's done. I've done it a couple of times. I think Jack's played in it. I think he played in the last one. I don't think who else with any of you guys also played in that one. He's going to run a few there. It's Gary Con. We're going to be running. We've got the Empire Ash stuff. That's a Kickstarter that's coming out. We're running some modules of that, then Airfare, and then we're going to be doing very similar to what Encounter Roleplay has been setting up, and it's the tournament. It's kind of like team on team D&D battle royale stuff. They've done it on a few of the other channels, but we're putting our own flair to it. And we'll bait some teams together and all that will kind of battle out for XP points and gifts and stuff like that. So,
like player versus player?
Yeah, basically it's PvP, but team versus team. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so once we get it set up a little bit, I'm gonna test drive some of it on the channel later on this year. Probably our first next year it'll be one of the new, some of the new program where we're gonna test some stuff out, see how it plays out. So, we got to finish up the rule making on it. All righty, let's see. Is everyone 2, 3? Is everybody in? Well, make sure everything loaded up for everybody. It's been a while. Make sure you got all the cobwebs dusted off. Ready to play? All right, 1, 2.
Yes, give me a second. I have to kill Fortnite.
He has to do what? I didn't hear him. He's muffled.
Kill Fortnite.
Kill Fortnite. I try to say no to Fortnite. All right. All right. Let us know when you're ready, Vars. We're all here just waiting on you.
Any of you guys do True Dungeon?
No, what's that?
Explain.
It's like D&D, except you actually walk through a map and you have to do whatever it is that you say you're doing. So it's kind of like D&D mixed with shuffleboard, mixed with memorization.
Yeah, it's they have it at Gamehole Con, at Gen Con, and I think one other place. It's you walk through like a huge auditorium, that's all decorated and rooms segmented it out. In order to fight, awesome. You do shuffleboard thing, and yeah, that's. I was going through my coins today.
Yeah, I was just looking at mine. I was hoping to get a little charity if any of those guys did. But if no one does, then we're on our own, Dirty.
I have enough coins to be a paladin.
Sweet.
Yeah. That'll kick butt. Better than the bard I was last time. That'll be fun.
I have not done it. I don't do conventions.
Yeah, Google True Dungeon sometimes. It's a pretty cool concept. I think they're still doing Patrick Rothfuss's Rothfuss his storyline.
Oh, yeah. Vars, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's welcome everybody. We've got a few viewers. Well, we've got to get our mojo go back on our Halloween specials out of the way. We've got the Deadbeats and the Trolls RS gang still running. The Deadbeats here tonight, Thursday night D&D, and they're out of the abyss. But actually, they're back in the abyss.
We're back in them.
Yes, in the middle of mayhem and treachery and just pure madness. With that being said, let's do our introductions and then do a recap. We can remember what the hell's been going on and what their goals are now that they're back down here, and see what's the hell's up, where they're at, and what the hell's up. Hondo, you're up first.
I am Hondo Bazamek, Mountain Dwarf Cleric, and yeah, that's me.
Varus.
Boris, the Fair Blood Druid, Protector of the Forest, and Master of Disguise.
Dirtless.
Dirtless Driftwood, Rock Gnome Wizard with my Wobble the Weasel and Shield Guardian.
Little Ruckus.
Ruckus McLeod, Mountain Dwarf Barbarian, seeking to tame the Underdark.
And Banjo.
Banjo Kazooie, swashbuckling bugbear rogue, and wondering what's behind the two doors that are in front of me right
You're about to find out as they have continued their adventure. They are still in Mantle Dareth, searching for clues, searching for answers, trying to figure out what the hell's going on with all these demons down in the Underdark, and having already encountered Zentarum that were under the control of a beholder, or one of their own was kind of in league with the beholder. Banjo's taken over the Zentarum enclave. And after finishing that out, they went and spoke with the Drow and the North East Quadrant, who basically were saying we've kind of kept to ourselves, but they've got a few companions that were just kind of, basically they're finding out is again, another compound down here is all the establishments and inhabitants and things that they've encountered. Just everybody's a little madness. Insanity's been creeping in, and so what they discovered was that the trading facility here and all that's taken place has been under turmoil due to some treachery, broken promises, and the Deep Gnomes and the Durgar pretty much have been in an all-out battle over what the gnomes are saying that the Durgar attacked them and wanting a gem back, and the Deep Gnomes going, they've stolen one of our leaders. We don't know what the hell they're talking about. And so after finding out that the Drow were not interested in any type of battle or just wanting to keep to themselves, the group made their way down to the southeast quadrant where the Deep Gnomes were at, to discover that some Durgar were trying to beat down the door to the Deep Gnome warehouse. Dispatched them. Found that the Deep Gnome said that one of our leaders is over in the Durgar compound. So then the group made their way over there to encounter some Durgar that were kind of stationed out in the front area of the warehouse, and they removed them from this existence. And that being said, then they have made their way around a corner to discover, yes, as with all the warehouses here, a set of big double doors, stone doors that are closed, and it is eerily quiet again as they look around and get their bearings once again. So that is pretty much, in a nutshell, this small section of the adventure. We won't go in the whole deal. They don't want to relive it. They want to get back to Tomoa-chan.
Is that my daylight that's up?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to take my headset off. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. I did not think so. I did not think I will. No.
But this time, give us the long version.
Yeah.
I'll give you the real long version. Once upon a time, many years ago, Hondo fell in love
start
with
with how
a
the
red-headed
Durgar.
dwarf, and it's missing her sorely. So I wasn't going to go there this week, but no, they've already called me out. So, all right. So you've got some double doors in front of you, a few dead Durgar, and more questions than answers as always. So, and Mommy's home. Awesome. As there goes the dogs. What's on the agenda, gents?
Did you find anything on the bodies?
I'm guessing we're going to the door.
You found their bodies. You found blood. Nothing of value. Just their war picks, things like that. Yeah. They look pretty, ragged. I wouldn't know. Would say that they, look like they were very. They're not definitely. They don't have accoutrements of wealth or anything like that on them. Looks like they're, basic Durgar. we're sentries of sort, and basically, we're here to just stake out the front area, and that's about all you can tell.
Nothing that has like a password written on it or anything.
Or like a piece of paper strapped to their inner sock or something.
No,
Yeah.
stapled, stuck to their forehead. No, unfortunately, that no. It was daylight sensitive, and when the daylight spell went off, it burned up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good job, Honda.
I'm here to help. So,
I'm
what's
going
the
to
word?
cast another one as soon as we get inside. Duff, do you want to give us the
rundown?
minions?
Oh shoot, I've got to do that, don't I? Thank you. Let me give you a stat sheet on that. Thank you for telling me. They've got lots of minions, and so let's see. Banjo, here's one. Varus, here's one. Ruckus, here's
I want to know
one.
why I'm way up the.
Hondo, I know, because we left you up there. So that should be everybody. Since you didn't, that's right, you weren't with us last time. So you decided that your little Tootsie Feets were hurting and you didn't want to walk anymore. And you felt it best if you stayed up here with your minions to keep an eye on things up here. Just because. Just saying. You can come back down if you got, if you feel a little up to it now, if you want to come join your companions. I will bring you down there.
I'll wait a little.
Okay. All right. Back down here. All right, gents.
So, someone try the door, yeah?
He's coming.
Yeah. Let's open the door.
I'm gonna look at the door, inspect it for traps, or see if I hear anything.
What the hell is all this? Okay. I'm streaming, sweetie. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, this is
Okay.
all free.
It's all free? Oh my God, the dogs are going to be happy. That's like bags of dog treats.
It's like $500 worth of treats.
That's cool. They like Petco. Okay. All right.
It was being discontinued, so it should be.
All right, that's nice. I just put them up so they'll want out. And there's some chicken down there for you. Love you, sweetie. Okay, so Banjo, you creep up to the door. Actually, you get a little bit closer. You'll see that even though it looks like the doors are shut, they're not quite shut. There's a little crack. It's, as though they weren't locked.
Is that where they were sneaking out invisibly, Blibbly?
Don't know.
And nobody have detect invisibility?
I
Think
I do not.
The door is.
I'll signal to the party that it's open still. I'll, as stealthily as I can with my stealth roll, kind of go up to it and peek
Okay.
in.
So what you will see slightly inside, you peek in and it's quiet. And you will grab the map, right, Duff? You will see another warehouse, rough-hewn chamber, and there are a few stone buildings, kind of like the other areas that you have seen. And in the center area, you see what seemed to be some Durgar, kind of. I sit around here with some male steeders, basically some pack animals. They look like they're merchants. And they're all just they're basically kind of sitting on the ground right in here, not, kind of muttering to each other, and aren't even really paying attention to the door and all that. Just looking at each other. They're not moving around. You're kind of bewildered by what you're seeing. They're definitely the Durgard, but they're not any of the fighters or the sentries that you've seen. You definitely tell from their clothing and stuff like that they're merchants. and they're waiting.
About
for
how
something-
many?
About 20. No, actually about 30. Sorry, with some mounts, pack animals that look like they've been. They've got some supplies on them. They're loaded down.
I'm all out of fireballs.
I'll move back, and I'm going to share all that with the rest of the party. It seems like there's a bunch of merchants in there. But there's about 30 of them, so over 2 dozen. But I'm not sure. They seem to be just gathered around, like they're waiting.
Yeah, they got they got these big pack animals that are loaded with supplies and all that, and they're you look like I said there's they're hushed tones and they're chatting and all that.
Maybe we should just walk in and ask for the return of the leader of the Deep Gnomes.
Don't we have a way to some sort of illusion spell that turn into like a Dwargar?
We have that hat. Ruckus has
do.
the hat.
Are we supposed to speak to someone named Sarek?
I'm pretty sure I gave it back to you, Dirtle.
You did?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Remember, I'm the master of disguise.
I was gonna say talk to the master of disguise. I have to go find him.
Yeah, we got Bars back.
We did talk to
Yeah, I have the hat of disguise.
Sarek.
I'm not the master of disguise.
No, it's the hat of disguise virus.
Sarek was
Hat.
was the dro that was with you in the very beginning.
I just have my notes that sitting under the Zerkwood mushroom was a guy named Zilchin who
Zilchin.
wanted us to talk to Sarek.
Wanted you to.
And then I wrote down Flink Thunderbomb.
Yeah, Flink was a gnome that was hiding. Whoa.
yeah.
Bad. Thank you for the resub. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So Zilch, was kind of just hanging. Yeah, he's kind of hanging out under the deal. He looked like he was just a tad bit off, and he was. Remember, he was scarred. He'd this kind of the side of his face was a little messed up, and he. Well. Don't sit in the Zerkwood.
So I have the Nothic Eye of True Seeing.
Okay.
Oh, but I haven't attuned it yet.
Well, you could
I think I
spend a
have-
little time. Link.
Because I can cast a scrying spell.
Okay.
Would that be useful? Because I got a Google scrying spell right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do.
So,
I'm
okay,
up for
well, no,
whatever.
yeah, y'all took. Okay, Sarek. I'm getting the wrong. That was the leader of the Dro, and he
Right.
took y'all up there to speak with her.
Okay.
And they're the one that told you that they, are going to let everything pass. That they're, the madness that's going on, all that, and understanding that, give you a little understanding. You asked them if they knew where Graven Hollow was. No, they are, keeping themselves to try to, they didn't want nothing with what was going on with the rest of the clans of the Durgar and the Deep Gnomes. They thought they were all idiots and let them kill themselves. So, and they said they wouldn't interfere with anything, do whatever you need to do. They wanted nothing to, they'd leave you alone. So, and then Flink is with you. Yeah, Flink ran out. Flink went in, followed y'all, and once y'all cleared out the Durgar, he ran on inside, and it confirms that the Durgar are still over here. So, yeah, that Yantha's somewhere still over here, or still with the Durgar, but you just don't know where. You haven't seen him yet. So,
All right. So I think we should go find the leader.
Is this should we use a potion of clairvoyance?
Yeah, that's something like that.
However you guys want to do it.
Or should we just walk in there and say,
Yeah,
hey?
well, let's talk to him before we do anything.
Yeah, okay.
oh,
Should we have some fireballs ready in case they are not?
I don't have a fireball, but I can do the bigger spell, the ice storm. That'll be my last 4th level spell. No, sorry, I have 2 4th level spells. I used all my 3rd level, so I'll have 2 ice storms ready.
All
Yeah,
right,
but you
well,
can also cast Fireball at a higher level.
I could, but ice storm makes it difficult terrain, or I have fire shield too. Never mind, I have a few choices.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt, if you get them all to line up in a row.
Yeah, well, let's go.
All right, yeah.
Chit
Walk
chat.
in.
I'm gonna head in and probably get within like 20 feet of him.
Well, you're going to
Smart.
walk in, and what you're going to see is a pretty big cavern area.
like it.
And, pretty big. And it looks like it's been stuff laying all over the place. Chest bins have been overturned. Supplies have been dumped on the floor or put away. Basically, it looks like they've got them all loaded up. Whatever they know value of substances in the actual pack animals, and all the merchants will kind of all stand up, and all kind of back away a little bit, pull their stuff away, and are looking at you, but you don't see any Durgar like guards or armed. These are definitely merchants. Kind of. They're basically protecting their goods, what they're trying to do, and are watching y'all as y'all step in. They have a little surprise on their face too. Weren't expecting this group to walk in.
I'm gonna raise my hands from my elbows a little bit, and just be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
You left the door open?
What brings you to our compound? Why do you enter?
Where? Anybody know the leader's name we're looking for?
Seraph?
Well,
That's the leader?
That's the Drow.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're looking for the leader of the gnomes, the dark gnomes.
Yantha is the leader of
Peebles.
the deep gnomes. No, Peebles was a gnome that y'all saw that was hiding when y'all first entered, when the first little attack showed up.
Take better notes, man.
So Yantha?
Yantha, yeah. Coke's Rock is one of the leaders of the deep gnomes. Yep. And
Is he a wizard?
yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're looking for the Coxrock.
Nailed it.
They point where they're standing, y'all, from where y'all at. Oh, damn it. Quit. Uh-huh. So, hold on a second. Where is my Durgarder? Okay. Yeah. They're pointing to around the corner from where you're at, Ruckus.
Okay, I'm gonna start heading that direction.
All right, what about the rest of you?
After I make an insight check.
And you see a Durgar come running past y'all. Yeah. running around the corner, and then runs right through everybody and runs right past Ruckus.
Come on,
Wait,
how many
wait, wait.
attacks of opportunity would that?
Oh,
have
he's coming from behind.
And, and you see,
I want
basi-
to. I'd
you
like to make a
catch-
dex check to see if I can grab him.
Make me a perception check first, please.
Okay.
It's you think you saw it had a blue tail on it.
been? Come on, I saw him. Oh,
Can I make a dex check to see if I am fast enough to grab him?
I'd let go.
You
I
weren't
don't even
fast
try
enough.
if he has a
ran
blue
past
tail.
you. Yes, he ran past you, running straight toward the merchants.
Blue tail. What the hell is a blue tail?
Blue tail. is
Yeah,
on
once
the-
I saw the blue
Oh my
tail, I went in
God.
and grabbed him.
Like,
You think-
Varys, get back here!
You think I was gonna let you catch him? Yes.
I think with a 20, I think with a 20, I should have been able to,
Come on, I had a
or
20.
at least try, make an attempt to. But whatever. Okay, yeah,
It's already
I'll be like,
gonna go against
Varys,
you.
where are you going?
And the Durgar runs up, and what does the Durgar say? Well, you've missed
Does he
it,
even
though.
speak Durgar?
I don't know. That's what I was gonna thank you. I don't think that you do. There, big
I
boy.
mimic.
Yeah.
I do hand signals.
Yeah, he's waving his hands. He looks like he's a mute Durgar.
I do
What-
hand signals and put hands in my pockets.
This is about to go
What
tits
hand-
up.
What are you trying
Yeah.
to do with your hand signals as you're waving them around like a Looney Tune bin?
I put them to the air like I don't care, and then I just put them to my pockets, and then again in the air.
Okay.
Is he doing like the hip hop hooray? Oh.
Like, calm
Yeah,
down, man.
turn
We're
around.
here. We're here.
Yeah. So this Durgar's running around.
Been
and
looking everywhere for you, buddy.
The other Durgar merchants are just kind of watching this, him run around, and they're looking back and forth, and there's mass confusion going on here, but they still point to the around the corner. But they take no hostile actions toward you, anything like that.
Then I think we can convey to them we're not interested in hostilities either, right?
No.
Yeah, you send Ruckus up front. What could possibly?
Yeah,
go
don't
wrong?
start none. There won't be none. That's my motto.
Yeah. Peace through strength. That's what we're doing here.
That's right.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace through superior muscle density.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
I was gonna say force of numbers, but yeah.
So-
Well, they outnumber us. They have like 30 dudes.
Yeah, but they're
they're
all
like-
merchants. You don't see their. Yeah, they may have a few
They're little
swords
baby
and stick. Yeah, they are not the fighting type of the Durgar, if there is such a thing.
So
So
then we should ambush them.
And steal their
No,
stuff.
I know.
the Deadbeats way. Okay.
We'll have 3 warehouses.
So as you watch this mute Durgar running around, not doing anything except doing, it looks like the hokey pokey, one hand in, one hand out, and turn all about. Y'all tell me what you're doing. I'm waiting.
I'm just standing there with like, what the? Just gonna see how it plays out.
Oh, the shield guardian's gonna move in. Oh boy.
I just have him just kind of like show of force. He's not attacking or looking through. Well, he
Well, yeah,
naturally looks threatening.
yeah,
but he's not
that's got
attacking.
the merchant's attention, and they pull their steeds and their mounts back, kind of back up some, 10, 15 feet. Oh, Varus, you lost connection.
And I'll hold up my hands like no threat, and then I will look that direction.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
the door.
We're just moving through. We're not. We have to move through. We got a large group. If you guys could give us a little room, that would be great.
Is there anything in that back corner at all? Can I make a perception check to see if I see anybody?
More stuff. It's more supply stuff that's been pulled apart. Y'all got.
I'm looking for like an ambush. I'm trying to
there's-
see.
There's nothing. Buildings. It doesn't.
Okay.
You don't see movement. You basically see stuff that's like been. They piling stuff up on their. Basically, what you're.
Like they're heading out.
It looks like they're leaving.
Okay, yeah, it looks like they're heading out. Okay. But it doesn't look like, I don't see like gleam of shields
No,
or
you did
anything.
not. No, you
Okay,
did not.
all right.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh.
Then I kind of wave everybody forward. Step right there.
There's
See
the
what-
So should we find out like if these guys are looking to offload or they need to resupply and then
I think they're heading out. I think they're packing up to get out of here.
so they have stuff that they need to get rid of.
No, they might, yeah.
I'm just wondering if we should recommend they go towards the surface
Oh,
as part of the supply
I
chain
don't
that
know
we
if
got
they
going on.
want that.
so everybody would, yeah. Because they really can't go to the surface, can they? Or
Well, you
Is
have.
they-
Are you asking them?
no? Because I don't speak Drugar.
We could
They
see if they're
speak-
interested in going to Blindenstone. They need supplies.
Durgar speak Undercommon and Dwarf. Just so you know, y'all would know
Let me
that
see.
because you spent a good
Should
bit
we-
of time in
um,
Gravelstone.
Yeah, go ahead. Go talk to him, Hondo.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
speak to them in Undercommon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let them know that like if they're looking to pick up new supplies or offload supplies that they already have, we've established a
They will tell you that though they appreciate the offer, they are headed back to Gracklestug.
Oh, okay.
That they there's too much craziness. It's basically the same stuff you're hearing before. Don't understand what's going on. Things are out of control here. They can't. There's viable trade is not happening, and it's better to take their wares, take their supplies, and they're abandoning the warehouse and they're headed back to Gracklestug. The leaders
I'm gonna hold up one of my coin purses that are full of gems and coin and be like, "Are you guys looking to make a deal right now, or are you guys want to leave?"
They were leaving except for a group of the Durgar, and were sent off to do a final incursion against the Deep Gnomes, and and the rest of the warriors were left out front, and their leader Goldar went to go try to teach the Deep Gnomes a final lesson for this gem that they believed that was stolen, and the leaders had come out of this room to the south that the merchants aren't allowed to go in, and they told the merchants they were given orders to wait here until they returned, and be prepared to leave at a moment's notice.
How long has it been since you've been back to Gracklestug?
They will tell you the passage of time probably sounds like a few months.
So longer than they've been gone since we've been there. I'm just wondering if they know the state of affairs in Gracklestug.
You get the idea that they said so, that the madness that has been going on, they don't understand it. It seems to have infected here. Some of them have got wild eyes. Some of them, you can see there are the merchants. You've got a variety of different types, but it seems like they know that Gracklestug's got issues, and they came here to do trade, and it's still bad here, so they want to go home.
All right. I mean, you guys might fare better if you move towards the surface until we sort this out, but however you want to do.
They kind of slough it off, and you get the idea that they know, not to be, they're somewhat condescending and all that, but yeah, they barely even heeding your words. They're gonna leave. Enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll poke through your stuff when we find your corpses out there. I don't say that though. I don't really say that.
So nice of you.
Hondo, ever the diplomat.
Yeah, Kiralee, join up on the Discord server if you want to chat more questions about Fantasy Grounds. We've been using it on the channel exclusively, but if you got any other things that you want to know, we got tons of people that will answer questions. And point you in the right direction for everything you need. But stick around, watch us play, learn all you can. Anyway, so they're pointing over to the door, and it looks like well, actually, y'all really haven't revealed anything else to them other than this is what they're doing here.
Yeah, we like to play close to the chest.
Yeah. All right, so I'm ready to move in if you guys are.
Yeah.
Set my dudes up for some arrows.
So, anybody think they're gonna take offense if we like kill everybody who's in this room?
No. Because they're about to see a pile of corpses out as soon as they walk about 50 feet, right?
Start with the mutant deep gnome. Dwarf.
Yeah, the one with the blue tail.
Yeah, the blue tail.
Just in case I didn't get my token there, I'm right next to the door to the south.
I can't. You're really soft, Vars.
He wants to move, I think, right here.
Okay.
To the door to the south. I think the door that they were pointing at.
Yeah, that's where I just put you right there, buddy.
You're there by the door. Oh,
You gonna move your minions up?
No, he told them to wait for him back there.
They're gonna wait for me until I go back.
Okay.
It's all right, Kirley. No problem. Type away, or if you've got questions, you're more than welcome. Like I said, put them in the Discord, and you can ask. We'll be able to help you out any way possible. So.
And in Yanti, I'm gonna tell them don't interfere or else.
You're telling the Durgar that?
Yeah.
In Yanti?
In Yanti, I'm telling them that. Yeah.
Nice.
Kirley, if you haven't checked out the Fantasy Grounds College, I just put the Discord link up there. It's a group of people, and there's international players there too that you can reach out to also to help you out with Fantasy Grounds. All right, so you guys have moved your minions up. There's a door there. It's shut.
Why am I ahead of the? I was gonna say, why am I ahead of all the tanks, man?
We want
going?
Banjo. Banjo's the talker. Open the door.
Yeah, Ruckus and Banjo, go by the door.
I'm moving. Oh, that. Jeez, I completely missed it. I thought we were going to the bottom.
There's no door over there, Ruckus. Ruckus is going
I'm
to straight
trying
to
to
the wall.
open the door.
Ruckus does a rare
He
retreat.
opens up a door. Oh, so Var said he's opening up the door. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the door guy is opening the door.
Yeah, you know he's back, guys. It's gonna create. All right, you open up into a room.
Wait, is Vara still Drugar?
Yeah, he's a gnome. I mean, a deep dwarf. Yeah, a dark dwarf.
He's still a druid, though, yeah.
I'll slap his tail.
Hold on, guy. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't have
Slow
a
your ass
tail.
down. Yeah, in the middle of the room here is a you see a deep gnome that's tied up and gagged. There's nothing else in the room. Storage stuff, more supply rooms. You see some weapons, different types of picks and short swords. Various use. Dark.
I step next to him, stick my tongue out and slap.
Yeah, well, he's bound. Actually, Yenth is a she. Sorry. Looks like she's been roughed up a little bit. What the hell was this? Someone's pimp slap. Sorry there. Well, you missed, and you set yourself on fire, Ruckus. Oh, he actually set everybody else on fire. He missed.
The nearest 1d4.
Yeah.
1d4 ally.
Yeah. So, all right, Yantha's sitting there. You can tell. You think, yeah, it looks like a female wizard.
Is she?
We'll go ahead and.
Does she look deep gnome ish?
Yes, that's very much so.
All right, just making sure. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Settle down, Dirty. Let's at least untie her before you make your move.
She's deep gnome. No way. I'm
Well,
pure.
Duff doesn't care about that crap. Apparently, she's going to throw herself at you over a series of months.
What?
Who are you kidding? Years.
Yeah. You're gonna have two loves shortly.
Yeah.
There he is, isn't he? He's gonna have him a harem.
Yeah.
What the heck? Deadbeats. Oh, is it not turned on? Oh, I turned on. Sorry, someone was asking what characters y'all are playing, and I have this coded. Deadbeats. There we go. All right. So do you untie her on?
Why does their storage area look like a boot?
Did I manage to slap her, right?
They store boots.
You could. Yeah. No, it's
They're the
just
famous
the way that the way
shoe
that it's
merchants.
carved out. So what? You're gonna slap the deep gnome that's tied up and gagged.
The one we're trying to save, Varus?
Guess what he's doing? Man.
Yeah.
I already did that and ran away.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the mute deep gnome slapped and ran away. Now, Ruckus, if you want to try to grab him, you can.
I do.
Oh, I'm long gone. long gone.
He doesn't look.
Hey, he's not even on the map anymore.
He ran away. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, you need to lock tokens.
I did it on purpose. Yes, I walked over.
Too fast for you.
All right. Yeah, he ran out of the room after he slapped the gnome. All right. The gnome is laying on the ground, fairly beat up, a little bloodied.
All right, I should probably assist if I can.
Yeah. I'm just going to use my Rod of Healing on her.
Just so we know, I have an ice storm spell ready on the group of merchants in case they try anything.
It looks so from y'all's standpoint on it, they're slowly inching their way toward the front door.
I'm fine with that, and I'll let them leave and everything. I'm being cautious, so
They're
I'll
not.
put my
ice storm.
guys.
Yep.
ice storm ready just in case.
I'll pull the gag out of her mouth and be like, Mrs.
Thank you. The fiends left me here tied up. I told them I didn't have the gem. Flink's got it. I've tried to tell them, but they wouldn't believe me. Flink stole it.
Is that Flink Thunderbonk?
Yes.
So, did you actually heal her, Ruckus?
I mean, it has healing properties. I got it from Rasputin.
Oh man. Yeah. All this over.
Does she look?
Gem.
Does she look injured?
Yeah, she's beat up, but
Mostly internal damage.
Yeah, I mean, she'll heal over time, but
So she's not in need of
No.
immediate attention.
no,
All right.
not at all.
All right, then I'll pop back out with Dirty here, and let those two do what they need to do.
Okay, well, she tells you that and Flink's nowhere with y'all, and the Durgar merchants look like they're rounding up their mounts and their pack animals, and they're slowly heading out the front door. There are no Durgar. Well, basically, the Durgar warriors that you've seen are all dead. You killed them all.
They're not gonna make it far. The
Let's be
Exactly,
honest, they killed
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Should we try to get these guys to not go? I kind of feel like
Let them go.
I mean, we tried. You gave them warnings. We gave them other options.
yeah.
Yeah, we've got one child to babysit already.
You maybe can you give them a blessing? Go with Doom with Thorn's blessing and send them on their way.
No, they're abominations. So
Okay. Well, then why do you care?
I don't know, because I think maybe if we're going to make some kind of stand here, we could use their supplies.
Oh. I didn't think we were making a
So
stand.
you
I
want
thought
to
this was
take their
just-
supplies?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to steal from them. I want to convince them that their best chance for survival is to stick around. Not.
Should we just offer to buy all their supplies off of them?
It's not really how I'd like to spend my money.
Well, we're gonna lose it anyways. So
I'm just thinking that sending them off into the deep dark with no guards and a wagon full of stuff. I mean, for all we know, the Drow are going to watch them leave and then just ambush them once they're around the corner.
That's what I would do.
But it's up to you guys.
I don't. Okay, Duff. Looking at this group, do they look like they would have supplies that would help a war effort?
So they have on them food, water. They've got, looks like, a bunch of Zirkwood cask.
Is that liquor?
Yes, ale. Lots of that.
Oh.
I think we might stop.
I mean, we could at least buy a couple of that, right?
Sure, we'll buy it off of them.
You see what we did to your friends out there?
Give us a cask or else, man.
What's into extortion?
I wouldn't mind
also
offering money for the
have-
cask.
Their
Okay.
weapons. They're carrying. They've got several of the pack animals. Have got, looks like they've got lances and morning stars. Some half plate. You know, there's some weapons and all that. What the Durgar kind of are good at. That, you know, they're from Gracklestug, which was the foundry area. You know, so
Yeah, then let's offer to buy it off of them.
Well, we have no way to move it. We need to get them to go to like.
Let's offer
Blendingstone or
to buy it off of them and deliver it for us.
I wonder how much would something like that run?
Oh, we would have to start talking to him, but I think we have. Where's our party inventory?
Yeah.
I think we really have to worry about.
Zirkwood is a mushroom too, so it's a beer made of mushroom.
no. Well, the Zirkwood is it is a funga type dough, but it's more wood oriented. Banjo,
We have, like,
than it is, you know. So these casks are made out of this, you know, this dark wood. You saw it all in the mushroom grove. It was used for fencing and the wooden buildings and all that. That's what it's anything that's wood based looking like is Zirkwood, not true wood from up above.
So I'm going to ask the leader of their group or whoever's talking to us, what is the total value of the supplies you're carrying?
You're gonna have to give me some time. It looks probably somewhere in the range of 4,000 to 5,000 gold pieces.
Well, we've
Oh,
got
so
that.
we actually could buy it.
Yeah, we could
outright.
buy it off. And you know, we could
How
probably,
much-
We could just have them leave it here. It's a warehouse. I mean,
How much would it be for you to take this caravan and deliver the goods to Blendingstone?
And why would we want to do that?
because-
we're trying to save the Underdark.
And Blendingstone had recently come under attack, and they could use provisions and food and weapons.
Roll me a persuasion check, Hondo.
I'll assist.
I'll listen.
There you go.
Can
Okay.
one of the other guys do it?
You're the one that brought it up.
Damn it! All right, persuasion.
Dumathoan's curse.
All right, so but with advantage.
With
yeah.
advantage, that's correct.
I have plus zeros.
Look at
Oh,
that.
there.
Knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Yes. I have no love of your kind or the deep gnomes themselves, but if you say that it is for the good that it can come to make things better here in the Underdark, then so be it. For 7,500 gold pieces.
Holy crap! Can Banjo or someone with more charisma take over the negotiation?
They're looking at you. You approach them.
Yeah. So I'll be like, that's an interesting offer. Let let my financier speak with you about the numbers. We've come to an agreement that it's possible. Let him negotiate the price.
Roll me another persuasion check.
Damn it!
Straight
Yeah.
up, no help.
Behind his back, I'll
You
tell
gonna goose
the
him?
rest of the group, I'm like, we can just kill him and take everything.
You want it in the tower, or you want
That's
it?
tricky.
No, I want you to know what it is, pal.
All right.
Oh, it was
Sure.
so close.
It was close.
Looks like we're gonna have to kill them all.
Yeah, or just not buy it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna say.
Let me go and just put puppy eyes on them. And they'll just
We
give
will take
to
it
us.
there for our.
Yeah, you don't even know the negotiations are going on. So.
There, we will take it there because of the time and the hazards that we face, and to bring a profit back to our guilds in Gracklestug. That is a fair price for all in all. We could make more if we'd had the time to be able to sell it here. We will not,
Mm-hmm.
So we believe it is fair.
So,
We will give it all to the deep gnomes, as you say.
so they're just gonna do it, or we have to pay them?
You gotta pay.
They have to pay him. Yeah, but we've got Braun with setting up a pipeline to bring in materials to the Underdark. Like, I'm not gonna start paying people to do something that we are already doing.
Yeah. So what I was actually wondering, Ruckus, is if it might be worth, like, we don't pay them, we send them with a note, and then we basically instructing Brunor and the other gnomes to pay the price that was negotiated.
I don't think they're down with doing business with deep gnomes, are they?
Well, they said they would. They wouldn't, but he basically.
No, I
said
mean like the dwarves, like the Brunor.
They all did it here. You forgetting what Mantle Dareth was all about. There was all this, and unfortunately with the madness, you got to remember that there was trading going on over the time. Now, were they war with each other? That definitely has happened with the dark creatures. But trading going on, y'all ran into, there's some trading caravans and stuff that has moved on between town to town. Blending Stone itself was basically slowly being rebuilt. What you're trying to do here, Hondo is trying to understand, make sure is yes, dear. Okay, that's good. Happy dogs is good dogs. Is trying to speed up that process to outfit them. Yeah, you've got supplies and stuff coming in, but this would hasten the ability for you to get things, in the proper order if battle were to, start sooner than you're expecting. I know what you're saying.
That is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And also, I'm kind of thinking of this situation like, if these supplies fall into the wrong hands, then these supplies get turned against us. So not only do we resupply us faster, but we potentially prevent them from falling into something else's hands.
You see,
because these guys aren't going to make it. They're not making it back to Gracklestug.
They've got some. They are armored some, but they're not, definitely don't have heavy duty guards. But you've seen the caravans that have been making their way through in the routes and all, and they're, some are guarded, some aren't. You ran into a couple that weren't any guards at all. There were small trading groups. But the supplies that you're seeing outside of the ale would definitely be a huge benefit to the deep gnomes, without a doubt. The weapons, these are crafted metalwork. These are Durgar, especially on the deep gnomes, would hugely benefit from these weapons, no doubt.
Yeah. So if we agree to terms of the total sale, I wonder if they would be willing to, because nobody's going to pay them up front to do what we're saying. They would be willing to probably take a holding fee of some sort, or a buyer's fee, and then the amount to be guaranteed upon delivery.
Half.
That's what they're telling me.
Yep.
All right, so we actually have about half in the party inventory. Does everybody think that's a good idea or not so great?
What's the pricing? Said 5,000.
So they want 7,500 total for delivery.
Complete delivery. Get it all there. It's on them. They will make good on the making the supply run, and if that is beneficial for what they see and all that, then they're considering that they will bring more. They will definitely more supplies running. They will make a trade route down there.
Right. So Duff, just to be clear, it was 5,000 for the merchandise. It's an extra 2,500 for them to deliver it.
Yep.
And they want half right now, with the balance due upon delivery.
Done. He spits in his hand and sticks it out to you.
Okay, but I can't do it yet because we have to read it at 1 and 2. We have to send a note to Bruner to guarantee the sale, or Blending Stone, but I don't think we have the pool of Blending Stone. I think we have the pool with Bruner, because he'll understand that Blending Stone is key.
What are they doing down here right now? Is this just like a way station for them?
This was a trading area. Mantle Dareth was a huge trading area, marketplace.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, is this their little nook of the trading area?
This is the Durgar warehouse area. Yes, you've got zones. Remember there was 4 zones, and the groups that were running this area had their own particular spots, and then the marketplace was all in the center. Unfortunately, it looks like it's in disarray, especially the southern part was all torn apart. The northern area where the Zentarum and the Drow would keep set shop was just all emptied.
Yeah, because we came in that one market area. They were fighting. A couple of Durgar were trying to fight those deep gnomes.
Correct.
And they were fighting for what?
You remember
they thought that the gnomes had stolen the gem, and so they were trying to basically beat it out of them.
Do these people have the gem, or was it a lie that they ever stole it?
No, she told you that Flink has it. And Flink disappeared from y'all. Y'all had him.
He lied to us.
And he's not with y'all anymore.
So I'm gonna ask the guy.
All for a stupid gem, this things went south. Basically, pure insanity over a silly gem has caused this whole rift and this whole complex to basically shut down. That is what you discovered.
I'm going to say to the guy I'm negotiating with, I'm going to be like, give me one moment to confer with my my companions here.
We have all the time in the world, dwarf, as you've noticed.
Okay, one moment, please.
Life is on hold, as always.
So what do you guys think? And then would one of you guys be willing to try to negotiate to see if we can lower our out of pocket if they get a bigger return on at the end of their journey?
Definitely, this is like agreeable. I mean, if King Bruno can help reestablish this trading outpost for them, you know what I mean? I think we could all make money out of it.
Well, you got to remember, you're in charge now of this entire enclave now, Banjo, so...
Just down here, then there's like nobody here.
Yeah, but so if you come out and present yourself as such, you might be able to work a better deal.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and finally come out after dealing with Yanthro down there and be like, hey, I'm in charge of the Zents down here, and I'll go ahead and roll for whatever deal we want. We want a cheaper delivery fee.
Yeah.
We believe our fees are fair, Bugbear.
I guess I don't like the Zentarum.
So, but Kaz, would you? I wonder if he'd be willing to take a higher. Like, we want to put the cost more on Brunor, so maybe we only pay $2,000
We're taking some liberties with agreeing to like what Brunar will even back us. Like we never got
Right. We need to.
his authority
Figure out
to
what he's
negotiate
willing.
on his behalf.
No, I agree. That's why I'm saying it's a
How many of
gamble.
these? How many of these guys are
remember,
here?
He's engaged to the goddaughter. So
Right.
you know.
But how many of these Durgar are here?
30.
30-ish.
Oh, is that it?
That's why I'm like, we can just take it if we really want it.
Yeah, but if we kill them, we don't have any way of getting it there. That's the thing. We need these guys to deliver the goods and then set up the new trade route, which is going to be beneficial if this thing actually turns into a actual Underdark battle.
Well, can we just in the note, can we secretly say something like, just kill them and take their
Yeah.
equipment and send us
Murder
our money?
Yeah. I somehow I think Brunar is not going to be down with murdering somebody we have an agreement with.
Dang it. I
Can we
say
all be
I'm
evil
for
now?
it. I'll use my portion of the gold to have it transported there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
All right, so
I mean we gotta send somebody with these guys.
We will handle it on our own. Don't you worry about it, fuzzy one.
Okay, complete stranger. I'm just gonna give you money and hope that you're gonna be honorable and do what you agree to. Like, that's not how business works.
Down here.
If you want to go by yourself, then you're gonna take less than half of the agreed upon price because we're not taking that large of a risk.
This is what it is.
I kind of agree. I mean, that seems like
Yeah.
half up front
Yeah.
is beyond.
Yeah, half up front, and they just decide to go to the original city that they had planned on going to,
Rackle
and then
Stone.
they made an extra half.
No, they never agreed they were going to Blending Stone. They brought it here. Trading went search. So
Right,
they're
but then
going
they
home.
said they were going to take it back
they're going to Gracklestone.
Grackle
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like we could give them half, and they could just be like, "F those guys, we're going to go back to Grackle Slug,"
Well,
and
Yeah.
now
That's-
we've got
that's
yeah, no,
they're merchants.
that's a stupid risk.
So that's what I'm saying.
Then they
We
leave.
should. Well, hang on. We're still negotiating.
Yeah,
Well, if it
this
were-
conversation is taking place in our party.
If
Yeah.
we're worried about them,
Well, if y'all, yeah, well then they've walked. Then they're moving on. So if you're negotiating, so the negotiation they said for a brief moment. So you're hassling backwards. So they're getting out of here. If you want their goods, good. If not, they will take them back to Gracklestone. Easy as can be.
All right. I kind of think that the way to go is get these guys to Blending Stone. But if you
just
guys
make
think,
sure their equipment doesn't get in the wrong hands.
yeah, that's possible too. If you guys think it's too big of a risk to empty the coffers, then I'll go along with the group.
I feel like it's a risk that could pay off, but then again, like I said, like these guys have no reason to trust us. In fact, Dwarg are racist against dwarves, so like, it's
Yeah, but these guys are merchants and they want to make money. And if they go home without selling the goods, they don't make any money.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like it's not a concern from them either way because they're not losing any money because they just said that when they get back to Grackle Slug, they'll be able to sell their merchandise for 7,500 or whatever they said.
They would definitely make more money. They could,
They would make more money than selling it to us.
No, they would make more money had they sold it here. They wouldn't have left Gracklestug in the first place if they could have made money selling it for more there.
That's right. They're going to take a loss on it. They got to go all the way back to the time and effort. So making sure so they don't want they brought it here to sell it. It's not happening. This is what they believe is a fair offer to send it to Blending Stone, and they will get it there.
Yeah.
That's
Right, but
all
I don't
they do.
understand. My question is I don't understand why we're agreeing.
Ruckus, what is your purpose down here?
Well, no, my question is why are we paying them money to go to a city to sell their wares. That's what they do. They're
Blending
merchants.
stu- they want to. Yeah,
Is it a
whatever, they're
further?
selling it to-
Is it a further trip?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
yeah, so
because
that- you
if they
know
don't
if the
go
gnomes
straight
have-
home, they have to go to Blending Stone, and then if they don't get their money from Blending Stone, then they have to go back
you're
to
certain that
Gracklestug.
Blending Stone doesn't have that kind of cash.
So they're hedging their bets against getting screwed, just like we are. So
Okay.
look, I don't know what the outcome's going to be. They may end up screwing us in the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if they do that, I'm gonna burn Gracklestug to the ground. I'm letting you know that right now. I will summon an army, the
And
likes of which they haven't
I will
seen
go with
since the
you.
Great Loth invasion.
I will go with you to do just that. And
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
I don't trust them.
I'm convinced you've sated my bloodlust with the potential sacking and burning of a city.
Okay. All right. So I wonder, Duff, if they would be willing to accept. Let me pull up the party sheet here.
Where's that other chick we just rescued? Where is she at?
She's still up at Zentarum. Varsh brought her down here, but she's raving lunatic. She's back up.
The one that was tied up?
Oh no, she's still sitting here on the floor. Y'all been I mean you didn't.
What's her
untie
name? I'm sorry, I'm doing all this from memory.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
Yantha.
no. Can you throw a
Yantha.
token on there? Yantha? Okay.
Oh yeah, here I'll give you
She's
Yantha.
raving lunatic.
Wait, she's raving mad? Why is she raving mad?
He lost me.
She was she's just blathering over there. Yeah, she basically after she explained that she doesn't have the gym, she's just continuing on talking to herself. I can't believe this is going on. What the hell, why did I get up this morning? They really beat me up. Oh my gosh, and there's she has been babbling to herself the whole time while y'all have been mumbling in a low voice. There definitely something's off with her. Now that y'all paid attention a little bit more to her.
Was she the one that we're looking for, though, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I just
Mhm.
want to be sure.
All right. So this.
Is there anything we can do for her mind slipping, like what you did for the other one that was in the cavern?
You helped her along to some clarity, but the damage was done with her. You just kinda
Yantha?
helped ease remember the other that she's Ristia was the one that was sitting outside on the shoreline, and was trying to find an entrance here when it was right in front of her the whole time, and she spent a couple of years down there, and y'all kind of were able to I think did Hondo
Introduce some clarity or whatever.
Yeah, there was restoration or something like that. You were able to clear her up for a while, but there was still damage.
Can we do that
done.
to Yantha?
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about it. Certainly.
Can you do that? Let's see what she says. And
before
I'm
we
gonna
send
ask.
the merchants?
Before we send them, I'm gonna ask not Hondo, but Banjo and Dirtless to go keep talking to them about make up some stuff about the road that we've taken here and some of the dangers that they can avoid when they head to Blending Stone.
Yeah, they actually
Just keep
might be
them
interested
occupied.
in that because we had just traveled that route. So I would think if they're going to travel it back, they would want to know that info.
Yeah, exactly, and it'll give us a chance to talk to Yanthia.
All right, and then I will do the restoration on
That's fine.
on Yantha.
Okay. All right. So you see her. Yeah, she's was a bit of drool coming out of her mouth and all, and her eyes kind of clear up a moment, and untie me, please. My vision and my mind has been cloudy for too long. What is going on here? Why was I saying all that? Madness.
Yeah, we figured that wasn't you normally, so that's why we tried to stabilize your mind.
It's becoming more and more commonplace down here for whatever the reason. People come and go, creatures come and go from here. A beholder was seen in the area several times, and it's just been craziness. And
He's been dealt with.
Now this with the appraisal of the stupid gemstone, and the Durgar blaming us for taking it when I gave it to Flink to go get it repraised, and now he hasn't returned, and they captured me and beat me up for it, and then went, left me here to go kill off the rest of my clan in the warehouse.
Well, that didn't happen.
Right.
We were.
Did she say she gave the gem to Flink to go have it appraised?
Praised. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So wait, how did
you guys?
So
did
she tells
steal
you
it.
that one of the ale merchants that's in the clan there, named Creamgull, asked Flink and asked Yantha to get this large black gemstone appraised, and Flink grabbed it and went to go get it appraised. And another merchant, one of the guards, and what's his name, the leader of the Durgar. Hold on, I lost him right in front of me here. Guldur, wanted to know why the Deep Gnome ran off with the gem. Get it back, and you stole it. And arguments broke out, and they grabbed her and brought her back here. And wouldn't listen to her, and got all worked up that the Deep Gnomes were trying to steal, from the Durgar. And what was next? The ale trade and the weapons trade here, only looking out for themselves. And they started a fight in the middle of the market area. And Deep Gnome, and they weren't able to prepare the merchants for the Durgar attack, and that's what kind of set this all off. Was just a simple, they believed that the Flink had taken the rock, the gemstone, for himself and disappeared when they were chasing him.
We gotta
And
find him.
Flink had run up and he'd hid himself up in the Drow area, and
do you know where he would go if he? I'm trying to figure out how to. Do you know do you know where he would go if he was trying to hide? Like, does he have a place?
Well, so the last time y'all saw him is that he was, once things got cleared out with the Durgar at the other compound, he ran inside the Deep Gnome compound. That's the last you saw of him.
Hmm. All right. So has she been stabilized then?
She's fine for the moment. Yep. Mm-hmm. She's
So,
got some
I mean,
clarity
is she-
about it, and she's basically relayed to y'all that batshit craziness is going on down here.
All right, but she's not the same as Ristia, where if I cast it on her, she goes back to normal.
You can make me a check on that if you want.
Well, I mean, I think Ruckus just brought me in here to cast Restoration on her, like we did on
Yep.
Ristia.
But Risty, you haven't been with her for a while, so you haven't seen her, so you don't know what's happening with her. But for a while, she was clear.
I thought she was traveling with us.
She's up, but Varus brought her down. She stayed up at the Zentarm compound.
Oh, okay. You want me to pop it on her, Ruckus, or?
Well, you already did. I already thought that you put restoration on. That's why she gave you the story about what was happening.
Okay, all right. I'll check mark the spell slot then.
Well, you can
right.
take you're going to get another rest and all that, so I'm not too,
I mean, it's your call. I thought that was the deal.
It is, but check it off for now. But I have no doubt, that you'll get.
Can't you do it as a ritual?
That takes 10 minutes, and I don't think we have that kind of time. I don't even know if I
spent
could,
more
though.
than 10 minutes arguing about it all. So
I think arguing is a bit strong.
strong debate.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do rituals work?
Yeah,
Can I
that's
do that?
exactly right. If you decide to do it as a ritual, a spell, and all that,
It takes
you have to
10
take
minutes.
10 minutes. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't consume a spell slot.
Correct.
Okay. So with the caravan itching to go, I don't know that I have time to do pop the spell slot, and then
Just do it.
so we got our info,
I've
and
already given you
then
the information, so I considered it done.
Okay.
It's a freebie.
are we still good with burning? I mean, it's
So we
pretty
need
much
to
gonna
find Flint.
empty us out here.
Flink.
Flink.
Yes,
need to find Flink.
He's got the gemstone. He was supposed to
Yeah.
come back, and this is why it's all he disappeared and never returned. And the Durgar upset about it, and the merchant blamed, and it just, why would he do this? And and you see the merchants beginning to head out the front door.
Okay,
All right, so
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
making the
do it.
deal?
just do it.
All right. So that's
What you gonna do?
we're gonna pay half the gold.
Okay. Let's say
Take
it's
copper
and
pieces first.
3,000, right?
Yeah, take copper pieces first.
Yeah, take all the copper pieces first.
All right, so we'll pay 3,000 gold. But yeah, so can we dump some of this this weight?
Yeah.
Like we have 3,400 and some odd silver.
Yeah, get the copper and silver out of here.
Yeah.
Well, you can up it all, yeah, for every 10, so a gold piece
So we basically
is worth 100 silver, 10 silver pieces to a gold, and 10 copper pieces to a silver. So you do the math.
All right, I will do
You just gotta
the
move
math
the
and we'll
decimal.
continue on with it.
What's that, Banjo?
You just gotta move the decimals over.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the zeros.
So can I change the party sheet?
No, only he can.
I can
Or
only do
actually, I'm not sure he can.
I don't think you can you?
Try it.
Well, the question is, if you're wanting to get rid of you're going to turn the copper into silver pieces.
Well, I'll do the conversions and then just adjust the party sheet. That's all I was
give
thinking.
me the
but
number.
I don't know if you just have a button.
Can. Yeah, no. I mean, can
Okay.
you change? I don't think you can change the party sheet. I think I can. Let me see. 24.45 copper is what I'm showing. That's
24 gold, 4 silver, 5 copper.
Yeah. So if it's here's what I'm gonna do. So say that if it's say that again, Banjo. It's 24 gold pieces, right? And 4
4 silver and
pieces
5 copper.
Okay, so if I zero that out, now see I can't zero it out. I have to go to each of y'all's character sheet. So zero out your copper pieces, guys. On all 5 of you, zero them out, please. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this
Copper.
4,
Zero.
and then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if everybody will do that and hit, and then make sure to save it, because I don't. And why does it not then? Okay, so then I give y'all this. So I give you the extra pieces of gold. Oh, it did that. Cool. Okay, so now you've got total 30. I see a total for the whole group of 3,400 gold. So now do you want to do all the silver pieces?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you've
we
got-
want to get rid of the.
Yeah, so if you get rid of silver,
343 gold and 5.
yeah, thank you.
Move
343
the decimal
gold
over to the right.
pieces and 5. Wait, say that again.
Yep, 343 gold and 5 silver.
Okay,
So we zero
you zero
silver
out
pieces.
your silver pieces now. Uh-huh. And yep. Let me know when everybody's done.
Yep.
Hondo's good.
Garsh, you done? Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So if you're done with that, boom. So now you've got some platinum pieces, which what are 2 to 1? Isn't that right? 2 platinum
The
to
platinum are 10 gold per. Yeah, electrums are 2
2 to 1
for every gold, so you have 143 gold and 1.
No, I thought
You'll have 143 gold and 1
electrums are 5 gold.
2. No, 5 silver.
Oh, they're 5 silver. Okay.
One, it's 2. Yeah, 2 electrum is 1.
Okay, my mistake.
So that makes it. So what does that make it? How many gold then for the electrum?
123 gold.
Okay.
We zero that out.
Zero out the electrum. Uh-huh.
Zeroed.
All right. And boom. And last but not least, Vars did.
Wait, we don't need to do it. That's enough.
Yeah. Okay. Vars, take out your electrum. Okay. So you've got now you basically colored up, as we call it in Gamblingville. You colored up your chips.
All right, so they're going to take 3,000.
Okay.
So you want to zero out our gold and disperse 889?
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Everybody take your gold all the way. And I'm going to put 889 in the party sheet. Let me know when it's all ready.
Honda's good.
All right,
Dirt's
here
good.
we go. All right.
Done.
Boom.
Perfect.
Nicely done. Now, and Yantha asked, what is going on? What are you doing?
I'll tell her that we're purchasing the goods that these Dwargar have so that we can continue this Mantle Dareth as a trading post, hopefully, once we send the hordes.
Where are they taking it all?
You don't need to know about that. And Duff, we have to send a note with the caravan leader about payment.
Okay.
So we write up a note, let them know what's going on, and then say this is how you get the rest of your payment.
We shall see.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay. And they will speak with themselves and say, so be it. And
Journalist, do you have a spell that you can use to like give them a heads up that these supplies are coming?
Let me check. I don't have a spell, but let me see if I have a scroll or something.
No, we have a way to send somebody back to talk to Durgar
Yeah.
that can then pop down to us.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
the teleportation.
the teleporter.
Should do that real quick.
Yeah.
I can only use that once a day, right?
Yeah, but you can there and back.
That's right.
Yeah,
You
this
sure
is-
can. You can go
this
back
is
to
this is a big
Brunor
one.
and tell them what's going on. Sure can.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Anybody want to go with me?
Only
I don't
you
think
can
you
go.
can take anyone.
Only you can go.
It's
You can only do
it's a
one.
one-way ticket. Do you want to give it to Banjo?
I think only Dirtless could use it, couldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a magic user.
Yeah, it's for dirt only.
All right, then
Okay.
I'm heading back.
So, good
yeah,
luck,
Dirt's
Dirt.
there. Poof, Dirt's gone. And then all of a sudden, Dirt, you show up in Brunor's throne room. And they're all, discussions and there's mobilization. You can see the plans are underway and things are happening. And all of a sudden, everybody stops and turns and, what are you doing here? What do you tell them?
Before he disappears, I'm going to say, give me a pack of marbles.
Yeah. I
Want
need
some
some
of that-
menthols.
Want some of that pipe weed?
Yeah.
What brings
I'm
you
gonna
here? Gnome wizard.
I'm gonna explain the 4 doors. Like what happened here, and just a quick overview of the situation, and how we have a ton of the arms being moved their way, and we paid for half of it, but they're gonna need to cover the rest when it gets there.
Brunor agrees.
And I'm gonna take a short rest before I head back.
Were you
Clean myself
so
out,
You told them what happened
the
in Mantle.
toilet.
You tell them what happened in Mantle Dareth?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just make it a long rest, man. Get something to eat, get a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I think he's got to do it fairly quickly, right? I don't think you can do it.
Just as long as it's within the 24 hours, isn't it?
I got to go back and
I'll
look.
take a short rest.
Yeah, so you will so you go through all that. The Zentarum delegate there leaves. You see, basically excuses themselves, and they leave the room when you deliver the message about what's happened down there.
Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Brunor agrees to it. Considers it a wise move for the giving Blending Stone some arms, needing for more allies down there, and for that, you guys got some XP.
Yay!
You're inching ever so close. You're so close. Look at
How much would we gotten if we murdered them?
None.
Other than whatever they were worth.
If it would have been 1,000, I would have done it.
Wow, 2,500. I'll have to start reading up on level 9, gents.
Yeah.
Getting close, guys. You are inching there. All right, so the merchants will go, and they will.
I'm gonna bring Hondo's good wishes and love
But
and all that too.
You didn't tell Yantha about. You didn't tell her about it, right? You're not telling what the okay. All right. So now
I will be a little bit dubious, and
she is a deep gnome, just so you know.
So she's a good person.
Well, you just sent her some kin
Oh,
with a
sure.
bunch of weapons.
You guys. Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, maybe we should let her know.
Okay,
Maybe she'd text you another half, but I'm not there. I can't say.
I was just thinking because I wasn't sure how much the madness had taken over and how much of
But
the
you just
enemy-
Well,
restored
she
her.
cleared her for a moment, so she's thinking clearly at the time being. You.
Did I just say? Didn't I just say that when Hondo asked, or when she asked, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
Who are you
asked what
sending
y'all
them
doing,
to
and
or
y'all said
whatever?
none of
You
your
said none
business.
of
And
her
then
business.
Hondo said,
Okay. You said don't. You
I said none of her business. None of her business.
Yeah.
Ruckus might have told her.
"No," and then I said, "Isn't she like the leader of this place?"
She's the leader of the deep gnomes in this compound. Yes,
Oh, yeah, so go ahead. It makes sense.
one of the leaders. There's a couple of them. You met another one up at the front gate. Yes. So you tell her and all that, and she says, "Yes, get back to the compound, and they can send some guides with the Durgar to show them shortcuts to get to Blending
Oh,
Stone.
perfect. Sounds good.
They will send some escort guides with the merchants, and
Excellent.
that will ensure that they get delivered."
And let them know we'll be in search of that stone and we'll return it to the rightful owner. But I'm not there, so I can't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah.
We would keep looking. We're going to keep looking for the stone, though.
Okay. So anyway, so now the merchants are headed off. You've got Yantha with it, and she would like to have BS, if you don't mind. She would like to get back to her compound. She would like to know where the hell Flink is at that started this mess. And she also, in a moment of clarity and all that, and thanking you for what you have done for Blending Stone, because she knows of the dire need and some of the relatives that she has that live there. What brings you to, what was the purpose for a party like yourselves? Why are you here? Why would you do all this?
make money.
Yeah, because we know a fight's coming, and having people who are relatively friendly be armed is better than not.
And what fight is it that you speak of?
Well, we're establishing a war camp on the surface to supply ourselves down here, and something is causing the madness that seems to be taking hold everywhere we've gone down here, and we're gonna figure it out.
And what brings you to Mantle Dareth then?
That's an excellent question.
A trade route.
That means that Ruckus doesn't remember what brought him down here.
I don't remember.
There's a trade route, right?
Durless
I take
knows.
terrible notes.
I know you.
Ruckus doesn't believe in notes, so
Curtis,
he and I
what-
are kindred spirits.
Why are you down here? Why did y'all come to Mantle
Should
Dareth?
we speak? We'll just tell him that King Brunor sent us on a mission
Y'all don't remember it all, do you?
to find Graven Hollow.
Raven Hollow. That is right. And you were told, or know that the leader of the Zentarum knew possibly where Graven Hollow was at, but y'all killed him.
So
Yes.
Banjo knows he's the leader now.
Yeah, he doesn't know though, do you?
No, he's supposed to have had, but
Darlis,
now we have to figure out another way.
Darlis, make me an investigation check, please.
Yep.
Perception.
Making it.
We're gonna speed this picture on a little bit. Oh well, okay. You brief while you're chatting and all that, and we're remembering and trying to determine, to bring those all those memories back up. You got a little itch in your pocket.
Stone.
There's a ring.
He must have laid with Eldith.
Oh, God. That'd make Hondo jealous. So don't.
Is
do
it
that.
maybe next to my helmet teleportation? Is that where I found
No,
the
it's
ring?
not the helm. It is where is it?
Is it maybe inside my cool ass dragon cape?
It's in your pocket. You found, because I know y'all take horrible notes, so I had to go back. We haven't played in a while, but on the Gazram's body, you found. Let me find it. Where's it at? Damn it. He had a son of a bitch. Sorry, folks. I'm having a bit of a blockage because I had it sitting here and I just closed the window.
A key with a gold ring and a star ruby.
There was.
Key and a gold ring with a star ruby.
Is that what it is? Did you remember all that? How do you remember all that? Look at him.
I thought there was a black sapphire
okay,
pendant.
he has a gold ring with a star ruby. And thank you.
How's
there.
everybody looking at my inventory, man? I can't find it.
There, yeah, you. I don't know. I thought I gave you the possessions of it. Yeah, I sure did. Or did I not? Let me see. You found a ring on him. Where is it?
Oh, is Garzum's the leader of the Deep Nodes? Yeah.
No, Garzum was the leader of this.
He was a
farm.
Zentarum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And he found a key that I don't know if y'all used it on any of the locks that are up in the Zentarum compound, but I don't see the ring.
Yeah, didn't we have to use his key to get it in the into his room?
Yeah, I think so. So we did do that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have it.
Because we had to go.
Ruby,
We
there's
actually had to go back for the body.
No, that's the spell gem. That's not it. There is. Okay, so we didn't give it to you. So I'm gonna put it. Okay, where did it go? I just saw it hit the bio components. Star ruby ring. It is in your inventory now. You've had that
Is
on you for a
Dirty
while,
back?
and it's
Yeah,
did
I'm
he
back.
just okay? Yeah, yeah. There you go. Thanks, Banjo. I just found it on his possessions. Okay, yeah. That begins to itch in your pocket, wherever you put it.
I would grab it and look at it.
And it has a faint aura of magic around it.
If I'm not near anyone, I would study it for a while.
Mm-hmm. You think it's magical?
I would identify it.
You would identify it, really? You identify it. In your inventory.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Is it
Oh.
good?
Yeah. So
I knew you forgot about it. I was like, boy,
Yeah.
I gotta have to lead y'all. That's a carrot on a stick, you know.
so when I get back to the group, I will huddle everybody up, explain what this fascinating ring does. So can I teleport back?
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're back now. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I already considered you back. That you.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
So the group, y'all are heading back. Y'all were heading back toward taking what's her name back to.
So we're kind of by the deep
Escorting
nose.
Yantha.
Yeah, we're escorting her back to the Deep Gnome compound. So I find y'all back to the. I'm not worried about the map right now. Sorry, folks. Anybody watching? As we ramble along here. I don't think we got anybody watching. Oh boy, we ran them all off. Oh boy. Oh, we got Eric. Hey, a couple.
There was that long discussion about what we should do with the merchant.
That stupendous RPing that we get with predator
Yeah.
rejects.
That was pretty key.
It was. I was waiting. I was like, are they gonna get that XP or no? Are they gonna kill them all off? Oh, it was so close. It was tenuous at best.
So if we didn't convince them to do what we just did they die in the Underdark?
No, they just would have left and gone back to Cracklestug.
Oh, okay.
I told you we should have killed him.
Can we search this place now that they're gone?
All right. When I get back, I'm gonna huddle
there's
up everybody.
You talking about the Zentarum? I mean the dark.
Damn,
the,
is my
well,
mic
you're,
on?
y'all,
It's
I,
sitting
okay,
in
so
the-
you got to tell me.
How?
She wanted to be escorted back.
Yeah,
to her
I can hear you, Dirty.
I know.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
we can do that. No problem.
but the caravan took most of the valuable stuff, anything worth of value. There's some dried foods and meat, regular supplies and all that. But the stuff of value that was any tradable goods that they had in here is now with them, and they're taking it to Blending Stone.
Did everybody get that?
No.
Here,
Just seeing if they had anything worth selling. But whatever.
No, nothing of big value. It was basically a lot of weapons, armor, stuff like that, and they took all the ale.
That's true.
We forgot about.
They forgot about
The
the ale.
ale.
They took the ale.
Could have strapped it to the
Oh.
Guardian's back.
If you see some cask over in the corner and all that, y'all think, oh, maybe they left these here, but those had unfortunately had soured.
And oh,
So sorry.
yeah, vinegar.
Okay. Hey.
So you get while you're going back, you're getting Yantha to the front doors of the Deep Gnome. Durless pops back with a group. Dirt.
Woohoo! Hey, everybody.
Should we roll initiative?
Look who I brought with me.
Hondo, I've so missed you. Come here,
There
lovey
you
dovey.
Did he really bring her with?
No, I wouldn't torture you yet. That's for Gary Con.
So,
Uh-oh.
so I was sitting up there talking to King Brunar, and just kind of
Dropper.
fidgeting a little bit. I stuck my hands in my pocket, and I happened upon this ring. I'm like, where the hell did I get this? And I of course, looked at it, examined it, and after identifying it, you will not believe what it does. This star-shaped core is a magical compass that's going to lead us the safest, shortest route to Graven Hollow.
Let's go.
And how he had it, I don't know, but now it's ours, and we know where to go.
So I think we should just cut Yantha's throat and be on our way.
What?
He saves the Blending Stone, but then it decimates the population here.
When Ruckus has to question Hondo's violence is insanity.
Yeah. So Yantha, thanks you for what you have done, and she starts yelling out, while y'all are chatting, where the hell's Flink? And she goes stomping off into the compound. Find me that scallywag. It is for him that this is all wrong, has gone wrong in a hell in a handbasket. So she's gone off into the compound. The Deep Gnome in this area are kind of cleaning up the dead bodies.
I'm refilling my rations with all the supplies that are left in here that are edible.
There's fine. There's stuff around. There's water skins, but unfortunately no ale. Your dwarven ale disappeared.
It's alright. I can make my own.
His special kind, special brew. So what are we doing now, gentlemen?
So do you guys think
Long
that we need
rest.
to concern ourselves with this stone, or do you think we can just march off after a long rest and get to?
Well, I wouldn't mind finding the stone.
Yeah, I mean, let's go with her and find the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty
It's
sure the
replaceable.
issue of the stone being stolen isn't gonna go away when
Yeah.
we leave.
All right, let's do it. Well, there's no more Durgar though.
Well, yeah, the
care
Durgar
about
left, and it was one of the Ale dwarves that had given it, and they've all taken off now. But you can go with her. She's yelling for Flink, and you see that they point her in a back corner area of the compound, and as y'all watch, you will see him comes kind of slinking out from a little tin area, and she begins to lay into him in deep gnome, or whatever. What did deep gnome speak other than undercommon? But actually, Dirt, you might understand some of this. And she, what is the meaning of this? Why did you disappear? And he relays the tale. Basically, what happened is that while he went to go get the stone appraised, one of the gargoyles that guard the area flew down and stole it from him and took off with it. And
That's what it told us.
And he had been watching the gargoyles and lost track of it, and was upset, and knew that you can tell that he's kind of got a thing for her, and he didn't want to let her down and all that, so he chose poorly and didn't come back. He kind of was hiding out, watching all that, thinking but he didn't want to tell that he disappoint her that he had lost it, and that is what led to this disaster. And he has no idea where the gem was at. It was just a black gemstone, and it's gone now.
I think the gargoyles are under the control of the Drow, aren't they?
I think we're guessing, but I don't...
You've seen some gargoyles on the Drow. You saw one over here on the Zentarum side.
Yeah, but the Zentarum side Drow were not accosted by the gargoyles.
That's right.
So I think that they are being controlled by the Drow.
Could be.
So maybe we need to go knock on their door again.
If you think it's worth it.
I was gonna say, what is the gem gonna do now?
It's just a regular gem. There was nothing special about it.
I think if it is special, we'd find out when we go to Graven Hollow.
And then we'll come back.
I'm letting you guys. If you role played it out, you would find out that the gem was just a gem. That it was all big misunderstanding that led to the disaster down here, just because a gargoyle took the gem from Flink, and Flink didn't return back. That's the whole.
And about what would you appraise that gem at before you got it reappraised?
Oh,
It was like 2,000.
Yeah, it's like 3,000 probably.
Would it be like 3,000 gold?
Where is Flink? The argument broke out before he could complete the task. The gargoyle snatched the gemstone from Flink, and Flink was afraid that Yantha would punish him for losing the gemstone. He's been spying on the gargoyle to find the one that took it, but the gargoyle isn't among the ones guarding the Drove Enclave, and he's never been able to determine where it went. The gemstone, most of them have been about 100 gold pieces, the ones you've seen. This one might have been a little bit larger, so it might have been worth a little bit more.
Pass.
Well, we know where it's at, or at least we think we do. So the next time you inform Brunner, you could maybe pass that information along to the Duergar, and then they can go deal with the Drow if they want it back or not.
Right.
Let's go take a long rest, maybe back in that the Drugar chamber.
Well, you
I think
guys
we're-
are part
we're-
of the Zentarm. The Zentarm is y'all's area is the northwest.
No. We're not a part of this entire. Someone in our party is the leader.
Oh, okay. But then y'all know that y'all have safety.
So we
there.
are underbosses in this town, right?
All right, let's go somewhere in
Banjo
long
is,
rest.
You're running around with a, half Durgar, half Furbolg body right now. As your spell's wearing off.
Which is more
No,
disgusting
no, I
than
dropped the
usual.
spell. I dropped
All right. So anyway, what are we doing, guys?
I think we want a long rest and then we're off.
Yeah, long rest, and then we're gonna look at the ring.
Boom. Long rest given. All right.
And I look at the ring. Which direction is it sending us?
I will show you. So, you will find out. Do we even? Ooh, wait. Where is Graven Hollow? Is it not on this map? Really? Apparently it's not. What? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Holy cow.
It's
Where the hell is it?
Yeah, you
All the
zoom
way
out.
to the west.
Zoom all the way out, to the west.
Holy crap!
All right, we'll shorten your time up there a little bit, and yeah, but that's
What?
where you've got to go. That you have got to go to the Library of Graven Hollow, and you know it's there now, and you know very little about it other than it was some type of ancient or well-kept secret of the Underdark. But it has been down here a long time. But you know very little else about it, though.
Damn, we could have escorted those guys to Blindenstone ourselves.
We can still catch up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap.
And
'Cause
then
we're,
our,
gonna be, we're
It's
going
not getting
right
any
by
closer, guys.
We're going right by Blundingstone on the way there.
and the entrance to that to our little caravan is we're gonna go right by that as well.
Yeah, y'all's caravan, y'all's entrance area was kind of.
No, it's already on the map.
Where was it?
It's right on the between the
I got
A and
you.
the N
that's
of
it.
Mantle.
I see it now. Okay. So, y'all want to begin to make y'all's way toward Graven Hollow?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a stop at the entryway or whatever, exit. Just to check and see how things are going.
Yeah, I agree.
Check in where?
Okay.
Say that again.
The exit.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah,
supply
y'all
point.
can make your way there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, just see how things are going.
It's very slow. Things are moving slowly. So they're beginning to kind of, we're fortifying the position, kind of cleaning out the upper area, the outer area, and then, bringing the tunnel and kind of fortifying the walls and the ceiling and all that because of the trade and the traffic and all that would come up and down there. There was concerns that, it might not hold. So there's been a good bit of work, and they haven't made much more progress other than that so far, is that they're still solidifying the upper structure and the outside areas on the outside world. They've barely gotten down into the underground right at the moment, but they're getting there. They promised to move faster, but it's slow going. Red tape, you know how it is.
Yeah. I don't. And I don't accept it.
Then on our way.
I hand them my axe and it's like, use this on the red tape.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You be going
All right.
somewhere?
Yeah, shouldn't you not be back talking me?
Give him the most humiliating strike, the backhand.
Yeah.
So you're going to take. It's a bit of a trip.
So wait, did we just got to the entrance to the trade route in a brief conversation? This should be a cakewalk.
He just
Well, yeah. So
he's
far,
speeding it.
we're speeding things up, but are we speeding things up? So no, we're going to speed things up because I'm giving some XP you're going to generate and all that. It's more. There's not much. This is in the part of the. Unfortunately, the part of this module it is map bare, and there's a few some XP grind things. So I'm going to move through those and give you a little bit because I like to get to Graven Hollow. There's plenty to accomplish here. Not that I'm trying to jip you out of everything, but I don't have any really. I mean, they're giving you no maps. They don't even have a map for Graven Hollow actually. So this is going to be theater of the mind, so to speak. Stuff that you guys love, but it's going to take you roughly about 60 days.
Holy crap!
To worm your way through the Underdark.
I like to try to kill as much evil as I can on the way
We'll give you
there.
some. I'm not going to rob you of XP. You guys are going to level up. So what's going to happen here is we're going to have a leveling up before you get to Graven Hollow.
Yay!
Okay, because I think that's just fair without jipping you out of stuff. But you're going to be making a few adjustments to your path because as you're moving along, you're going to find out that part of the path leads you through an area called the Worm Writhings. And the Worm Writhings are basically worm tunnels it's a purple worm nesting area. And time is of a factor here, and so you are bypassing part of that area. And the ring kind of guides you through, but you will see, I want to show you a little bit extra on the map, that y'all are kind of bypassing some of this area. And y'all will skirt that out just for the moment. We'll skirt it, and you also know that you will find lots of forays is coming in and out of that parts of the Underdark. And y'all make your way in 60 days worth travel. You will make your way and begin to get closer and closer to what you believe is the ring is showing you. Let's just say it's like Captain Jack Sparrow with his compass. It shows y'all going all over the place. Who is drawing on my map? Is that Hondo? I can tell already.
Spelling Hondo.
I can tell. Yeah. So you will begin to move along, and you start to notice. The dwarves definitely start to notice the walls, the floor, and all that. They begin to start getting smoothed out. You start seeing carvings and excavations of areas that there's definitely civilization or something has been has taken place in the area. It's very nice, but it's not of. But you notice it's not of really dwarven make. You guys know that it's of stone giant.
I hate giants.
Work.
We had pretty good relationships with them.
And
Yeah. By murdering them, you're right. Varys is doing like the most intricate survey of the area.
You will make your way, and before you turn around come around a outcropping and stalagmites, stalactites, whatever, and all that, and walls. A pair of massive basalt doors stand before you, and they are flanked by huge stone giant statues. And as y'all move up, you will notice that these statues rise above you. I mean, they're huge, and the doors stand before you, and you notice that the heads of the statues follow you as you make your way up the stairs to these huge doors.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know that you are moving into the threshold of Graven Hollow. You have found it. And it feels like you are stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light and a sense of openness that brings back memories of the surface world. The doors open, you just kind of touch them, and the doors slide right open with ease. And you see the corridors beyond the gates are wide enough easily for 10 people to walk side by side. And the ceiling heights remind you of the great halls of Gauntlegrim. They're high and vast. The corridor opens up into a central well with walkways crossing the spans to the opposite side. You can barely see the ends of the levels to your right and left, with doors opening into so many rooms that you doubt you could explore them in a single day. The ceiling is bright, with rainbows trapped in hundreds of crystal formations, combining to create a great warmth and inviting illumination. Looking down is a dizzying experience. Staircases connect to different levels below, and you soon lose count of how far down they go. A stout, rocky creature all of a sudden detaches itself from a perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving an imprint of its body in the wall that quickly smooths out and fades away from sight. And it goes, "Travelers, I am home. The masters are occupied. There are rooms for all of you. Choose your own. The resources of Graven Hollow are yours at disposal. You need only ask." And you see what basically forms before you is a Galabdur, a rock, creature. And he stands there looking at, blinking at you as y'all stop in the main entryway to this huge structure. What do you do?
Bring us to our rooms.
Certainly. And he will take you down one level from where you're at and point you to a row of rooms. Tons of, there's one for each and every one of you. All your minions, the wizard mounts. You left them up on the main floor, right by the entrance. There were some stables there. Pointed to, and another Galabdur came and got them and led them off to feed them. And he took y'all down, and each one of you have a nice little, it's not too opulent, but it's definitely well cleaned. You've got, he points to the showers and cleaning lavatories right down, and then, as you're watching and looking at each other and all that, he backs up into the wall and disappears.
What did he look like?
He's a Galabdur. You've seen them before. They're basically the little stone
I
creatures.
gotcha. The
Yeah.
stone guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. You remember when y'all fought the creatures that came out of the wall from that obelisk?
Yeah.
When there are 3 of them, Galabdurs, they're guardian creature types most of the time.
I'm gonna look at the wall and I'm gonna say I have another question.
He stops and looks at you as he's blending into the wall.
When can you bring us to the library?
He goes, "You are in the libraries," and he disappears.
And how big are the rooms that each of us would get?
Yeah, not too big, but definitely not overcrowding. This compacts what you have seen before you is a great cavernous hall. It's huge. Even as dwarves, y'all are like, wow, it's big. And this was kept a secret for how long? But not many people know about it. And you feel magic, and definitely, Dirtless. You know that you're in some place special because you can see that there is magic that courses through the walls and the stone structures. You even see it through the floor, and it's infused with a great bit of you can feel knowledge here. All of you guys can. The bit of magic. There is a great wealth of knowledge here. And it's very quiet and peaceful. You haven't seen anybody else moving about.
We need like a card catalog or something.
So basically, Turtles is going.
And
Yeah,
Dirtless, make me an Arcana check.
I'm not leaving.
Dirty's got a little dirty going on.
He's got a Woody. He's got a
I'm not
stiff
leaving. I'm not
Woody.
leaving. Yeah.
You know that all you have to do is just basically ask. You can just speak a request, Dirtless.
All right. You guys, if you need anything, just ask and it'll.
I want a book on Doom with Owen.
It's a really small book.
A pamphlet.
Out of print.
Yeah,
Oh,
the pop-up book for children.
God damn it.
It's crayons.
It brings you a stone slate. Yeah.
Pops up in the Book of Lies.
You ask for this book, and the response to you is to seek out one of the librarians.
Where
I'd
can
like
we
to get some
find that?
food.
You were directed down the hallway.
Some rack of lamb and mead.
Food is basic food and necessities here. There's a kitchen area and a little feast hall down the corridor from where you're at. The fruits, cheeses, breads, simple meats, fungi, but they don't have alcohol.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
I've seen enough.
Farewell,
Sir,
Underdark.
Yeah.
I can make my own.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So how do we find a librarian?
Go to the library.
One of the
Ring a bell.
Galabdur. You ask that, and a Galabdur will dissolve out of the wall and motion to follow me.
All right, so me and my crew are going to go follow him.
I'm following him as well.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll turn around and be like, find your own goddamn librarian, you sons of bitches.
No, do that.
60 days in the Underdark, you can kiss my ass.
I start laughing and follow them also.
Yeah, so y'all begin, and the Galabdur looks to you, Hondo, since you asked for the question is past, present, or future?
Past. History. I want history.
We seek Ulthar. Follow me. And you are then begin to taking down. You are lost in a myriad of directions and stairs to follow up. But you go down a few levels and you begin to see more dust. It's a little bit dustier. It's not that bad. A few cobwebs. It's definitely as though of the past kind of, sees before you. And you will see one of the, there are three of them, but you will see one of these type of huge stone giants is working in a room, and is organizing some ancient tests. You can tell that he's using some magic, and he's got his hands, but he's looking and moving some very ancient scrolls, being very meticulous with his work, very slowly. And he kind of stops to look at you and nods, and then, takes a scroll over to a table, lays it down, then moves over to another one, and he carefully, with some magic, unravels it and is looking at it, and then it kind of, reforms, and he takes it to another little area, and then he's got a nook, and then you see him, he grabs a book, and he's, you're all kind of watching him, he's doing his work, and he suddenly disappears for a second with his book, and then he comes back and the book's not there anymore, and he's, but he's got, in front of him are just piles of scrolls, and there's books laying around, and he's just kind of looking, this meticulous work that he's reading and curating what's before him. And he's basically, as y'all, watching this, and he finally, what brings you to me, surface dwellers?
And is the whole group with me?
I don't
Pretty
know.
much, yeah.
No, I'm in the
follow.
kitchen looking for food.
Yeah,
I followed you.
Ruckus is eating.
Y'all followed me down into the history section?
Yeah,
Yep.
you lost me a book.
Alrighty, Mr. Funny Guys. Yes, alright.
All right. Well, how much do you want us to role play this out, Duff? Because I want a book on Doom with Owen if it's available, but I'll try and play it out if that's what you want.
I think he should have to describe his god to him. Because, maybe he's not familiar with Yumatoan.
I
Maybe
like
he'll
to hear that.
Yeah.
What's a book of Doom?
I'd like to hear it.
And he goes, one moment, and he disappears, and he comes back, and he hands you a small book. Fits in your palm. It's not a full size book, and it says.
It's not the first time that's happened to him.
and it says it says special work prose of Dumathoan, and you open it up, and it's poetry that speaks of his great ways.
So,
I'm not expecting philosophical revelation.
I mean, that's fine, but you understand that I think what happened was once upon a time, Dumathoan was a big dwarven god. I mean, he's the son of Moradin. And then there was like that big shakeup that happened. And he went.
You should ask for a book on Moradin.
All you asked for was a book on Dumathoan, and he brought you a book about Dumathoan. Some poems.
Okay, but then
Some haiku.
but then there was the resurgence or whatever. I'm not quite sure we're a part of, because I mean, Dumathoan was lost to the world for a bit, and then like I'm helping bringing him back. Right, like I found that lost temple, and
well, they're actually in Fandelver. There was actually Dumathoan was there. There was a temple there.
Yeah, I found it, but it was like
totally
a lost.
understand. Certainly.
Yeah. All right, so I asked for a book on Dumathoan. They bring me like a
He brought you a
10-penny
poetry book.
novel.
Yeah.
All right.
You didn't get specific.
Okay, so all right, if that's what it is,
He brought
so
and he
I'll thank
smiles.
him. I'll thank him, and then I'll read through the book.
I want a book on Arcana.
Well, he basically looks at Hondo, and he says the book you asked for, and please return it when you are done with it. It may not leave the library.
Can it leave this floor though?
Oh, certainly. You may as long as it's within the walls. I will know where it is at, but it may not leave. It may not pass through the doors.
I'll leave all the books I take in the room that I.
All you have to do, he will tell you, yes, our servants will return them when you are done. Do not worry about bringing it back.
I agree to your terms.
Enjoy the poems. May they bring you peace.
I'm sure they will. Thank you.
You didn't think it was going
Can,
to be
can
that
I
easy,
also
did you?
ask for a book or
But he
not?
he goes, books. What brings you to my floor?
What? Me?
He's looking at all of you.
Well, since everybody is asking for books, I want a book. I want a book.
You're breaking up, Vars. It's really, really muffled. I'm not sure.
I'm saying that since everybody's getting a book, I want a book also.
Okay, he gives you a book on how to try to disguise yourself better.
No, I want a book.
Without being blue and obvious.
Yeah, leaving a blue tail.
I want a book on sick food.
On what?
I'm gonna type it.
Seafood? That's what it sounded like. What?
I think he's gonna type it. Hey, so Duff, can I
Yeah.
transcribe the book?
You can take the time. If you do, you have the time to transcribe the book?
I mean, you said it was a small book of poems. I assume I could.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, you can write stuff.
So I'm gonna
They
do
bring
that.
tears to your eyes as you read them, and you think that Eldith would love to hear you speak of this some of her to you, and
Yeah. No, for sure.
you
I
will,
want
woo
some-
her, you will woo her greatly with these poems.
So these are written by Dumathoan.
Yes.
All right, man. I'm down for that. Okay.
Mhm.
So how do you want me to put that in my inventory?
You grab your book out of the equipment thing and put it Dumathoan's poems.
Perfect.
There you go. They might actually, you might actually feel a little magic rise out of you as you transcribe it.
That's what I'm doing. I take it back to my room and get busy reading.
When you walk back in your room, you're walking back to your room, so the rest of y'all are sitting there now. Durlis, you asked for something, a book on what?
Arcana, like Secrets of the Arcana or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so he will disappear from when he comes back, and
YouTube.
the secrets that he brings you, describe it's basically the hard studies and the ways to set your mind and work your components and all that, to make yourself a better caster. Exercises that you must go through to make yourself better at your task. He feels that he could tell that you're basically what you notice when he does all this is that the library is responding to deep thoughts, deep things that are inside you. You're noticing that you're feeling a probing, or the library as itself, Dirtless, has got its own presence to it, and it's its own living entity also. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, and whatever book you're going to get books. If you ask for stuff, Sifuku. Oh, is that on your demon, Boris?
What? Yeah.
Is Sifuku okay? All right. Yeah. He. Oh, I got a chair. What's up, FGC in the house? Hey, FG. Actually, that is actually fortuitous that you're here, Laren. Is Kiralee still in? Yeah, Kiralee. Laren is in the chat. If he's still watching, or she, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Believe is out of the U.S. and was asking about Fantasy Grounds, and I believe was wanting more information, and had questions, and I sent him the Discord link for the server and all that. But I knew that you actually, it was seen over there that you had other channels and all that for other countries, other languages and all that. So want to reach out to Kiralee. I think Kirilaly. If you got a sec, say hi in Twitch there and see what you can help and do. Ruckus, you needing to go?
Yeah, please.
Okay, we'll role play this out a little bit and then just watch the rest of the episode. Nothing big will extra happen. There's going to be some things revealed here that the group can stew on, but we'll play around a little bit on, then just check it out. Then that'll bring you up to date for next week. Plus, you will level up. So if you want to hop on, earlier.
Yeah, I'll get
next
on
week,
early and do
yeah,
it.
then we'll do all that, and you can level up your creature. I mean your character. Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
you got it, man.
Later, Ruckus.
See you, Ruckus. Take care, Ruckus.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
the library itself. So Sifaku, he gives you a very powering look into you, Varus, and yes, and though he does not like that he must get the book, he tells you that you will find it. He will have his assistants bring it to you in your room. Okay. And I need to give me a little. I'll tell you what it is when you get to your room. I got to look it up real quick. I'll find something. That's actually a good question to ask, but it'll be something similar along the lines of what Hondo's gotten his. That it'll be, a deeper understanding of your patron, but it's not going to be some earth-shattering, game-changing deal. But you might get some advantage on some rolls or stuff like that. There'll be some benefits to getting this knowledge, but I've got to go find it. He's got to go search for it. It's a big place, but all of you can get this. But and he says, take these and read them, and search out me or my brothers if you have more questions, and for the purposes of why you visit our complex. And when you all make your way back to your rooms, you find out that what went from a kind of a, just a simple, nice clean room is now fully furnished to what you want a room to be, in a layover, it's got, the accoutrements for dwarves or gnomes, it's got pictures, paintings. It is just like,
A bar?
It don't have a bar.
Well,
No
of
drinking
course,
on this
man.
property.
Don't be silly.
Unfortunately, no drinking on this property, and no open beverages near any of the printed materials. Not allowed in the library rooms, but in your room. But you want to be able to
Sitting
kick back
area
and
with a
relax. Yeah, this
tea nook.
room is basically now very posh. When you go back into the room, and a Galabdur you can see is set in your bed and putting a little chocolate mint on your pillow, and then bows to you, and they all step into the wall and then dissolve. And
So
then
is my
disappear.
room set up then for me and my 5 companions? That's
Each
what
one
I
of your
want.
companions has got a room. Every
Nope.
one of you have your own separate rooms.
We don't want that. We want to stay together.
They are not big enough for more than one person to sit in. It's a
What? They're magically enough to
the
be.
room. It's a guest quarters, but it's been tailor made. The guest quarters is for visitor, or just letting you know. But they're all next door to you.
All
You
right.
can be in the center, and they can be on either side of you, and all that.
Can we get adjoining rooms?
They're all sure. You want a door. A door will appear between the two rooms. Each room.
That's what I want.
Done.
Yeah.
The doors appear.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're all right having separate quarters, but we want a straight line
You
to
get
each
scared
other.
of the dark, and you actually have some pictures of Eldith show up on the walls.
Oh, yeah. So that's exactly not what I want, but okay.
You got it. And you hear kisses. You hear kissing in the background.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
there
like
you
it's
go.
like the ring. I see this thing coming out of the well.
Yep. And boom. You
Guys, I'm gonna call it also.
okay.
You gotta go too, Bears?
Yeah, I have to wake up in 5 hours.
Oh man!
You got
All right.
watch
Later.
watch the episode, and we get on next week,
Hey, bye.
so you can level up your character, dude. Okay.
Good night, Varus.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Take
see
care,
ya.
man.
Okay. Yep. So you have found, so the library, meeting your physical needs and all that, as far as to make your stay here as pleasant as possible. And it is, and that you have, you just kind of basically asked a little bit more, if you're kind of thinking about how this is possible, that each level of the Graven Hollow features resumed for habitation, and there's rooms for the Galabdur, and you see other rooms that are for different different species, any and all creatures that want to come study here and learn here are more than welcome. Your weapons I must stay in the rooms. You're not allowed to keep in any of that. There's no altercations. Nothing is allowed here at all. And you honestly,
How do they prevent that?
because you're basically, it's just a feeling that you have in it, but you understand that if you do something like that were to happen, you would be violently ejected, and beat the shit out of by the stone giants or whatever else they set upon you and throw you out the front door.
Okay. So, I mean, because we're not the only ones searching for this place, right? Because that one guy had the ring, and so
he was the Zentarum. Yeah, he had the ring because he came here. You don't know why he had it, but he did. The Zentarum.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, because if we're going to walk around without weapons, they say, well, no weapons are allowed. So
and you don't feel like you'd want to fight in here anyway. You've had this feeling in you that
I don't want to fight. I don't want to be ganked either.
Well, you seem to feel that you don't even have that worry. That need is even in you to even worry about it, Hondo.
All right. So I'm going to ask. Yeah, that's fine. If that's the way it works, that's fine by me. I'm going to ask Kaz and Dirty. I was like, you guys notice that he asked if we wanted past, present, or future.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go check out the future?
Most definitely.
All right. So I say we go do that.
And I'll hold my finger up like, just a minute. I'm going to finish my chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Darla, explaining to them a little bit, no one knows who built this structure. All that's known about it that is in recollection and brief inquiries that you have sent out to the library itself, that it has been around since the dawn of giant kind, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
There are power nodes that are basically they're giant geodes that kind of infuse the magic here, and you definitely notice that Forays is not floating around anywhere in here, but you had seen it in and out around the outside areas some. Okay. There's some form of magic here that is making you understand that space works strangely here, that it is extremely huge, but you take a few steps and where you need to be.
Well, yeah, that's what we're going to go explore. We're going to go try and figure some stuff out.
And you are all chatting with each other, and you notice as you're talking and all that you're not even speaking, even though you never noticed it until you just stop for a moment. That it's just you're talking, and the language is coming to all of you telepathically, you want to call it. It's just you say it, and your guys are conversing with each other, and didn't even notice that there's no voice coming out of you, and there's no vocal component to it at all.
So are we really leaving our rooms at all?
Well, we don't know that. I guess we're going to go try and figure it out.
It's a place of peace. You conduct yourself with decorum, and to refrain from arguments and violence. And you know that you don't seem to have any issue, but they, outside the giants, you were given pictures. There are some basilisks, some great ancient basilisks that have range and domain outside Graven Hollow that you would be stuck in front of if you misbehave. So,
do I know that I'm going mad, or am I really in the Underdark, sucking my thumb in the fetal position somewhere?
Yeah. So, and that's all you need, and all you gotta do is ask, and boom. And when you seek a specific location in the library, or a particular floor or period of history, anything like that, you're taking the general area, but then from there, you could make a wrong turn. That it's not quite on target all the time. You're being told that. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful where you go, because there's lots to see and be here. But seek only that which should be sought, is what you're told.
That's fair. Did Kaz get his request? I don't know.
I don't know
But
what did you ask for, Kaz? What book did you want?
I sent you a whisper. I whispered to the giant.
I apologize. I missed it. Let me see. I'm seeing a bunch of rolls. What the hell? Hold on. Did you send me did you send it in Discord? Okay, no.
No, on Fantasy Ground.
All right, here it is. I wonder. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, the first
is
one.
Is he standing out in front of a basilisk?
No. Well, no. He the first one, you get a little tisk, and they they outsource that to a group out in the overworld. Yeah, and you'll have to go find that kind of stuff.
Oh.
However, the searching let's see. You were sent back, so you were told that you will need to go to understand more about that question. Go and chat with Ulthar tomorrow. That he understands that your request, and he will set aside some time to visit with you about that question.
That's like
Okay.
the top librarian guy, right?
He's the present. Ulthar's the one you. No, actually, Ulthar. Yeah, it was the past. Yeah.
Ulthar's
Ulthar
the
would speak with you
past.
first.
Okay.
And that. But you wanted to. Well, that's what he asked. But then I thought y'all were going to go make a way, and y'all wanted to go see.
Take care.
The Keeper of the Future, correct?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay, and that is Ustova, Ustova, and he lives. Him and the Keeper of the Present, who is named Urmas, Urmas. They are on the upper levels of the complex, and you walk. You begin to move into that section, and you see. It's bright. There's crystalline reflections everywhere. Rainbow colors kind of sparkle, in and out of your,
Cool.
peripheral vision. You see visions and you see things that you don't understand, things that have not, knowledge, maybe structures, things that, knowledge that has yet to come to current to present, and you as soon as you turn away from it, it leaves. When you take your eyes off of it, whatever you looked at and thought of disappeared. Basically, moved away.
It went to the past.
Yeah, well, kind of just was removed from you seeing it.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Okay, and he asked the same thing. He's basically stuff that he kind of looks at and looks over, appears in front of him on a desk, and it's like a contraption, like a little bowl deal, and it shows, and he looks at it, and he kind of flings it, and he kind of uses his hands to move stuff. It kind of like is a holographic kind of an image, and he could see that he's kind of sending them to other areas in the library. He's cataloging stuff that hasn't even been created yet, or has even been in the present yet. What he's looking at, and it's that's the best way to explain it. Even though y'all don't understand, kind of really, if your characters really don't kind of understand what he's doing, but he's looking and cataloging things that have yet to come into existence. And he doesn't, kind of stops for a moment, looks at each and one of you, and basically the look of you when he looks at you, it's as though he, sees you form and then pass away your, as a blinking of eye, your existence. That, very pays you not rudely, but almost pays you in almost no mind. That, in the timeline of things, you are but a speck, in the work that he has done before him. He basically catalogs you guys real quick as you stand before him, and then he moves on to continue looking at what he's doing.
Go ahead, Dirty.
Hey, can you show us Brunar?
And ask that again. Do what?
I want to see what Brunar is doing in the future.
That's actually not a bad.
You
Not a bad
see
request.
him. You see him. He appears to be in his bed, an old dwarf with age has finally caught up to him, and he looks to be soon to pass over.
Hmm.
And then it disappears. And he kind of looks at it and he goes, was that really what you want to know?
Well, I was just hoping it would lead
time
to.
is a
Right.
menial thing here. Wasting.
I think that was good, because if he can die an old dwarf, that means that we
did-
might have had some success down here.
So we have to find out about the phrase.
He goes, do not always think that my visions, what you see of the future is one possibility.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's like that guy on A Men in Black 3.
What really brings you here is
The phrase.
the cause of the issues that suffer the Underdark and the eruption of the demon lords. That is truly what you must want to know. And I see chaos in my visions. The future is full of fire, blood, and death.
So is the past.
I need clarity in what I see. I see the Demogorgon. I see its twin forked symbols laying in waste to above and below. I see Zekmoi and Jubilex rotting life here for all creatures, both good and bad. And I see doom for my giant civilization itself.
So you're not too happy to see us walk through the door.
Yeah, I must meditate on what I see. Find me again at another time. And she turns. Actually, Yustova is a she. Actually, sorry. And she turns to look back into her bowl. And while y'all are sitting there, you will see Hondo will be sitting there chatting, and from the wall to just off to your right, let's say, from as you look into the chamber where she's doing this work, you will see a dwarf figure move out of the wall, step into the hallway. It's back to you, looking, down from where you're at. But this dwarf shimmers a little bit, and you just kind of, you're sitting there watching, and it will turn, and it's actually Brunor. And his hair now is mostly white, and you also see him. He leans on a thick crystal cane. He's old and frail, and his speech as he begins to, as he question, what am I doing? What? Why am I here? What is going on? What is the meaning of this? Basically, you see a Brunor that is quite senile before you and doesn't understand why he is here. What's the purpose of this? And he moves past the group as you're watching this, what the hell? And then he turns and he goes right into another wall and disappears.
Can I follow him?
Well, he goes right into a wall, disappears into a
Yeah.
wall.
But can I follow him?
You can follow him until you walk up to the wall, then you smash your nose into the stone wall.
Okay, so there's actually a wall.
He came
He
out
didn't
of a
just go
wall
through
and
some-
walked down past you a little bit, turned like he was like walking a hallway, turned and walked straight through and disappeared.
All right, so I will ask Ustova if she is aware of what I've just seen.
She stops and speaks to you. Graven Hollow remembers all who have walked its halls, as well as all those who will visit the library in the future. That is but an apparition that flickers in and out of existence. An echo is what we call it.
Is there a way to leave a message for those that might follow us?
You don't know yet. Sorry, I'm going to ask that question again. Let me make sure I understand what you're asking me.
All right, so we're here in the present, and Brunner might visit in the future. And I'm wondering if there is a way that we could leave messages for those that came before or possibly even
It's impossible
after
to
us.
tell whether the echo is from the past or the future.
Although he did look like he was from the future.
Can't be older in the past.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm asking Ustova.
One must
Time
try.
seems to work.
One can try.
Time seems to work differently here. Can we? If I left you a message, could you? And somebody asked for messages left by me. Could they find them through you?
No. That is not my purpose here. You may leave it with one of the assistants, and it may be delivered. It may not. Only the future.
So
knows.
if I write something on a piece of paper, it gets cataloged with you because it's been written, or is it verbal, or
if it's cataloged, it will you catalog it now with Hermes because it's the present.
Hermes is the present? Okay. So, but in just does this dialogue that you and I are having right now, does your library catalog our conversation, or do I need to write something for you guys to catalog it?
Graven Hollow remembers everything.
Are there any notes here for me?
Yeah.
No.
Is there any for Hondo?
Will there be any notes here for
Yeah.
Don't know. I have not seen that yet.
Would the present know?
One must ask.
Ask the present or ask someone else?
Ask them all.
That is for you to find out.
Okay. Thank
No
you.
offense, guys, but I need to be heading to bed shortly too.
You're in a big old enigma.
That probably kills us all one by one.
Yeah.
That's not a bad place to leave it. That's food for
perfect.
thought.
Yep. We're gonna have a little fun here. Move on. There's different things to do here. Yeah, so we can have fun with it, and I know then move on once y'all decide you had enough fun, and then. But yes, you have all. So explore the possibilities. I'm not opposed to what I understand. You're trying to figure out, and you will. So the only thing you will know is that there may be some answers. Sometimes it may be a riddle. It may not be the answer you're looking for. You're basically seeing, all sorts of possibilities, and it's beyond your comprehension as the
Yeah, no,
your
for sure.
character's comprehension of what's going on in here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we will hold here. It was nicely done. So you guys, if Dirt, if you need to go, if not, you guys can go ahead and level up.
I'll do
now,
it.
or-
I'll do it before the next
Okay, so
session.
I'll
Yeah,
have
I'll
it
do
up.
it. Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have it up about 30 minutes before, so everybody
Awesome.
can hop in and.
And that's
level
2
up
weeks
there.
from. That's 2 weeks stuff because we're going to be in Madison.
Oh, y'all are out next week. Oh,
Game
Yeah.
Con.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is Game Hole. Okay, Derp.
Yeah.
Okay, Derp. I totally forgot the
next
show we're
week.
going to.
I
Okay.
thought it was this last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the Deadbeats will be off. So we've only got. Well, we're down to 2 shows right now till we get done here, and then I'm retooling everything. So for most of the shows and the programming and all that. So I'm trying to get this by the holidays to get all the new stuff going on, because we've got 3 or 4 different initiatives with Blackmore that I want to start
Cool.
doing with all of us on the channels. So anyway, and then Corey
Cool.
has his stuff. East Texas University starts on the 14th, and then
Yeah,
slowly
that sounded cool.
I'll be doing a Deadlands one sometime in here. I get the schedule freed up so I can start programming everything. Okay.
I want to reserve a Deadland space.
Deadlands space. Well, we'll have to figure out. But what if it's not on Thursday nights?
Well, we'll do what we can, right?
Yeah, we're gonna reschedule it. Yeah. So we gotta. Please. My whole schedule's in flux right now, but the Tuesdays and the Saturday groups are over now. We'll get done, and then Banjo. Jack knows what the Monday group is. They're finishing out, trying to make their way through the crazy Tomb of Horror right now. But we will. Yeah, lots of
Or
stuff. getting ready.
suicide.
Yeah, lots of changes and lots of different new things are going to be happening. I've liked doing the modules because it's helped me and it's getting to know. But I'm a little burnt out on them now because there's a little bit more stricter. So we're going to go a little bit more free, open, and some not so as strict, so that we can have a little bit more RPing going on, because that's what I've been lacking as a DM and on the channel too. So I
What
want to go that route for a while, then find the happy mix between the two. So
Awesome.
is there no call for 5 or 6 middle-aged drunk guys just stumbling through the Underdark? Is that not a thing anymore?
what it is, but I'll get things miscoming in, and you have a wedding to get to. So,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right,
Yeah.
wait, you guys be good.
Bye, Dirt.
Say goodnight to the stream. All right, we'll see y'all later.
Good night, stream.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Later all.
Yep. All right, folks, we are out for the night. The groove is always a little fun to try to get RP out of them, but we make it work here. But like we said, we are. The Saturday night group is at a stand still for the moment. We will revisit the female group after the first of the year. I had to make some changes here on Saturday night. Actually, the boss ladies want me to put a change and move the stream to Friday nights and kind of leave Saturday open for us to do stuff. So I'll have some streaming, maybe an on-off game, but we're going to bring the Blackmore stuff to the channel. Which is there are several things there. We're going to do some of our own content that we're creating. I'm going to be using to stream and do test bed games. We're going to open up. I've really been remiss as far as not having the subscribers and know that y'all give to the channel have an ability for y'all to be more involved with me in the game. So we're going to open that up. We're going to try to figure out or have a way where we can have a subscriber game or sessions that will maybe rotate and not always be on the same night, so that we can have one shots maybe or some other stuff that can happen and y'all can get in and out of, and not always a consistent game, but it'll be able to play with each other and do some stuff, because we're going to have some of the battle royale games where we're going to have teams playing against each other. What else? I'm having an industry. We're going to be doing an industry classic D&D scenario game with folks from the industry, actually writers, creators, that want to showcase some of the wares. The guys like from the Haunt 2, they've reached out to me on that. We've got Skeeter Green, who does some writing, Total Particle Games. We're going to do, that's probably what's going to take the Thursday night. They're asking for a Thursday night session. And so we probably, when this group finishes up, that will take over a Thursday night and run on and off. And we're actually going to do a session off camera and then cut it up and actually put it out like 30-minute or 1 hour increments on the YouTube channel. And then I'm thinking we're going to have a like season ending game that will actually stream live. That's the build up to, it's kind of like what they did with Acquisitions Inc. and stuff like that. Basically had the off games, and then we had a finalized game that was actually streamed. Like I said, Deadlands, East Texas University Savage Worlds is coming to the channel because I really want to play some Deadlands. What else is there going to be? I really want to do Strahd. I know it's a module, but I want to do the Haunt from the other night. Really was a lot of fun with that group, and having the camera. I got to have all cam games, so a couple of my games will definitely go to all cam. I don't need to make them all that way, but I want to at least have 1 or 2 sessions now that are all cameras, so that helps bring out the RP, which I think I'm lacking on the channel. So. All right, folks. So we're out. I'm going to try my best to get another game spun up here Friday nights, and seeing what that is. I might reach out and do a beginner's Lost Mines of Phandelver. I think that's a great module, but it's a great beginner scenario, and put beginners into the game and have them play and bring that back in, and maybe do that on Friday, because we can get that done in a few months. So look to the Discord channel. We'll put some announcements out there coming up here. We are going to be a little light on our programs for the next few weeks as we get closer to the holidays, but stick with me. We'll have plenty going on, and other opportunities for all the viewers that are coming in and out to get involved with the channel, because it's about time that I open it up a little, don't you think? Anyway, y'all be good. We'll see y'all, I guess it's Monday, for the Trolls R Us gang, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.